First quarter of the 1986 elimination final from VFL Park. A few showers forecast during the afternoon. Fitzroy kicking left in the opening term. Madden and Reeves, won by Madden. Knocked it past Baker. Merritt fumbles. Chance for Barwick, but the ball went past him. And umpire Peter Cameron will bounce it again just off the edge of the centre circle.
I'm just wondering who'll be picking up the tank Mick Conlon too for Fitzroy, Bob.
I think you find it's Michael Thompson, Luke.
One of the best in the business, certainly. Nobody got a tap out of that. Reeves and Madden went up. Umpire Peter Cameron found the first free kick of the day. It's going to a player, I think. No, not going to Dwyer. I was going to say about the recruit of the year, but this fellow, number 16, Bill Lakin, played a great game last week. On to Reeves. Reeves from right half forward. Down to McIver. To Clayton. Over the head. No, not over the head of Osborne. Does get boot the ball in the goal square. Danaher marks it right on the line. But the ball will come back. Now it's a free kick. It's going to Fitzroy. It's going to Richard Osborne. I didn't see what for.
Well, why wasn't that played down the field, Bob?
Well, I am surprised, Lou, because, well, maybe it was before the ball was kicked, and that's why it would only be coming back to the player. If the player has disposed of the ball and then not necessarily Osborne, but if the ball has gone downfield, then it is downfield, but in this case, it must have been beforehand.
So Richard Osborne from about 20 metres out, but on a pretty acute angle. First score of the game, it should be. It looks like a goal. It is a great start by the Lions, certainly in controversial circumstances. From that goal registering 6 points, Fitzroy, as I said, off to a good start.
Bob, this could be a worry to Essendon because they are notoriously slow starters, as they have been all year.
Now we watch Osborne. Well, that's the most ridiculous decision I've ever seen, in my opinion. Obviously, the umpires frightened things might eventuate, and they're going to put a nail in the coffin very early, and they really did that.
Well, if you can't bump somebody like that, it was hardly what you'd call a bump anyway.
We'll finish up being basketball. There's a bit of a box on now between Roos and Merritt. And, of course, Roos has the job of minding Roger, the lodger they call him. He's one of the roughest or toughest players in. I shouldn't say the word roughest, but toughest players in football.
He's certainly tough. Roos on the left, number one of the favourites for the VFL Best and Fairest award this year, the Brownlow medal. So, back into the centre again. And it's been an interesting start out here at VFL Park.
Well, it certainly has, Peter, and we're off to Fitzroy, 1 goal, 6 points, with the Bombers yet to score. Pushed out again by McIver. There's a chance for Peake, and the ball grabbed by Elshaw. That was beautiful play, and he's clear. Goes for the long kick, looking down there for Duckworth. There's a great mark in defence by Hitchin. One of the most underrated defenders in the business. A very solid player, Hitchin. Reeves in front with the knickerbockers on as the ball hits the deck. Back to Donnell. He overruns the ball. Down goes McIver. There's a stack up here, and the umpire will... No, he's going to play a free kick to Fitzroy.
For on the shoulder.
It'll go there to McIver. Hand pass coming out now to Clayton. Clayton looking for Dwyer. Walker's got him covered, but the little fella bounces back, gets the ball again. Tries to get it out again over there to Pekin, but the ball is out of bounds. So it's out of bounds on Fitzroy's half-forward line, about 60 metres out from their goal. Fitzroy 1 goal, 6 points, with Essendon yet to score. But it's early days yet. Knocked out by McGrath. There's a hurried kick that time by Richardson. Conlon gave a heave-o there from Thompson, but picked up again by Rains. Rains' kick is out towards Hazard. Couldn't hold the ball. Going in now as Turner taps it on nicely. Good play by Turner. It was a free kick, but the umpire paid the advantage rule. It's picked up by Pekin, and Fitzroy looking good. And that's Bernie Harris out there on the 50-metre attacking line.
Penalty too, Luke.
A 15-metre penalty. This brings him inside the 50-metre line. So he's about 35 metres out from goal, and a big chance to kick their second on a 45-degree angle. Into this quarter by just over 4 minutes. We'll wait on the result. 1 point. So Fitzroy move on to 1 goal, 7 points. To Essendon yet to score, but remember that the Lions are kicking with the breeze.
So it's a good start by Essendon, really, as we find Donnell putting the ball wide.
Out to Hawker, who is also certain to poll well in the Brownlow medal. This guy gets a lot of possessions in a game too. The Essendon centre man, Leon Baker, from left centre wing, short pass. Harvey marks. Harvey at left centre wing.
Good play.
Yeah, short pass again. Now it goes to Hurd. Salmon a juggle. Picked up for Fitzroy by Turner. Harvey again in front of Pekin. Might get a 15-metre penalty.
The umpires are certainly not consistent.
He would have got one otherwise. Duckworth, oh, it's not a mark. Duckworth snapshot will be Essendon's first score, and it's a goal. Billy bouncing back. He got KO'd last week and brings up Essendon's first goal today. Fitzroy lead by a point.
Well, actually, Duckworth was a surprise selection today after having concussion last week too, Bob.
Yes, and I'm watching the replay. It was, I love the comment of a mate of mine this week. He says, well, some blokes can't play after concussion, but with Billy Duckworth, why worry?
Couldn't hurt him with a hammer in each hand.
I'd like to think who your mate was.
1 point the difference in the 1986 elimination final. Billy Duckworth bringing up the Bombers' first score. We've been playing nearly 6 minutes in the opening term, trying to crash through his range. A bad hand pass though goes out to Blakey, onto Pekin from centre field. High ball to the forward pocket, knocked down by, it was Danaher. The Essendon skipper starting at full back, and umpire Peter Cameron will bounce it just past the 50-metre line, right half forward flank for Fitzroy. And Essendon stacking the Fitzroy forward line at the moment. Keane got that tap out. Might be a free kick here, is there? Or is he going to bounce it again? It's the latter. Must be at least 20 players around the ball. Good tactics by Essendon, with Fitzroy kicking to the end, favoured by the strong breeze in this opening term, knocked down by Madden. Ball booted out to Osborne again for kick number 2. He's already kicked their only goal so far. Osborne from right half forward flank.
Well, he's getting away from Dunnell. His tag as the ball is kicked deep into the forward pocket. But there's Madden, couldn't hold that mark. Goes after it again. He was grabbed, didn't have the ball. And Madden will take the free kick. There's no doubt about that one.
I thought he had possession, Lou, and I would have penalised Madden under those circumstances.
Well, a quick hand pass comes out to Foles. The ball out wide. This is Glenn Hawker going after it now on the 50-metre defence line. Pixie's had a fantastic season. This guy hasn't put a foot wrong all day. And look at him go around that boundary line. He's gone about 100 yards. And he's let fly, but the kick wasn't worthy of the play as it goes along the ground. A chance here now for the ball to be picked up by Blake. He's grabbed, kicked off the ground by Hinchin. Coming in to meet it now is Thornton. A good hand pass back to Hinchin. He was grabbed too high, fumbles the ball, but Hinchin, a terrier, goes after it. Picked up again, over to Roos. Good play on the part of the Fitzroy.
It's penalised Fitzroy. This free kick has penalised Fitzroy.
Well, they were going away and running too, Bob. So the ball's got to go back. I think I nominated it as a trip.
Yes, but nonetheless, the ball had gone on.
That's
and
right.
There was no holding play at all. There was one time where I think the advantage rule should have been paid.
Well, OK, there's the kick. Comments coming from triple Brownlow medalist Bob Skilt. Flying high was McIver. He's got up to a good start today. Bernie Harris scoots around the edge of the pack to kick the ball high back towards the centre of the ground. Punched on again by McGrath. That's little Dwyer going through. Fumble the ball. There's one in the back, but the umpire ignored that. Hurd goes for a short pass, not a good one. Going for the boundary line now, but Harris once again picks it up for Fitzroy. Over to McIver. The ball drops short, and a mark taken in defence down there by their skipper, Danaher. Quick hand pass. They're going right across the goals. It could be dangerous, but there's plenty of Bomber players out there on their own. This is Raines coming in to meet it now, and it bounces beautifully for him. A hand pass coming over to Walsh, showing plenty of dash. Gets away from Roos. A pass looking for Rezard, and he's dropped it again.
Free kick.
Get a push in the back. He might have been lucky to get away with that, Peter.
It was there though. Ezard, short pass. As you watch that again, Ezard's pass is effective. That's a mark and a free kick to Merritt. Roger can take care of himself. Merritt looking for Harvey or Salmon. Salmon might have got one in the back. Duckworth for goal number 2. It's 1 point. And so the scores are level at VFL Park, 7 points each. Billy Duckworth, certainly in the thick of things, scoring all Essendon's points to date. As we wait Gary Pert, the informed defender of the year, to bring the ball back into play. Pert straight down the ground, assisted by the strong breeze out to the edge of the square. Might have been against Merritt. That picked up by Walsh. Breaks the tackle well from Roos. No mark. Pekin tries to get clear. That was Turner. Or Thornton it was. Duckworth. Oh, he's going for his next score. Short pass. Mark, yes, Richards. Oh, cannoned into by his own player. Bad play, Essendon. I don't know what the fans are booing for. Was just bad play by 2 of their players that should have known better. No talking about it.
He certainly didn't mark it. There was no worries about that. There was no way Nanya could be paid a mark. been shepherding.
Let's take a look at it again.
Well, he was trying to shepherd, and we watch on replay, he was trying to shepherd.
Here's a hand pass. Merritt breaks the tackle well. Long shot the goal against the breeze. The two number 3s, Pert and Salmon. Oh, beautifully done from Pert, but picked up by Richardson. He's gone for a pass. Hawker breaks one tackle, shoots at goal from 25 metres out. It's a goal. Essendon in front. And the Bombers looking good in the first quarter against the breeze. The reigning premiers lead by 6 points.
Well, I don't know the value of that breeze, Bob, but if they've kicked 2 goals is the way they've done it, they're in a bit of trouble, Fitzroy.
I would imagine so, Lou. I still think it's at least a 3, maybe 4-goal breeze. If you look at the flags, then there's certainly, as we watch on replay, Glenn Hawker putting it through. The flags are certainly blowing very strongly and straight to the end to which Fitzroy are kicking.
Goal kickers for Essendon so far, Duckworth and Glenn Hawker. 6 points the difference as we approach the 11-minute mark of the first quarter.
And a very good crowd here today, well over the 50,000 mark, I would say. I think Pete and Bob would agree with that. Well, Madden got up too early. It was a silly attempt to knock it out. The ball pushed down. There's a go from McGrath to send it deep down to the full forward position. Oh, they both fell over there. There's a go for little Bernie Harris to come in and pick it up on the boundary line. Oh, we nearly copped one from Danaher. Oh, there's a free kick down here in front of goal for Fitzroy because I think when they both fell over...
3 to Essendon.
Oh, he's given it to Essendon. Well, I couldn't work that out. This is Ezard picking it up at half-back. Tries to get a hand pass. A good tackle that time by Logan. Billy Logan's had a pretty good season for Fitzroy this year. One of the real try. Well, they're a pack of tryers, Fitzroy. There's no doubt about that. Ball knocked out by Madden. Picked up by Walsh. Kicked it off the ground. Knocked on by Alshore, and the ball is out of bounds on Essendon's half-back line. Up towards the centre wing position. Into this first quarter, the elimination final for 1986. 12 minutes gone. Essendon 2 goals, 1-13 to Fitzroy, 1 goal, 7. Logan trying to get out, well grabbed by Rain, but the umpire's not having a bar of a free kick there. He'll ball it up. Still on that half-back line for Essendon. Well, actually, it's about 80 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. Madden against McGrath. Well, actually, Madden's not doing that well in the knockout, Bob, so far.
I think you'd find he's got most of them, Lou, but they're just not taking the ball away.
Well, we're waiting now for the umpire to throw the ball in, still from that half-back line for Essendon. It'll be Madden against McGrath again. McGrath grabbed that one over to Osborne, overruns the ball, picked up by Hawke. He started off pretty well, but the kick is not so good. There's the number 1 man for the Brownlow medal, Roos, to take them up.
Plays on. He's gone straight across the ground, looking for perhaps Osborne. The bounce favours Donnell, though. His shadow for the afternoon. Donnell wins this duel, goes for the boundary line.
Should have been a free kick
out of bounds for sure.
There should have been a free kick to Donnell, Pete. He handballed it forward and then was grabbed by the foot.
So you could have given one either way, like that.
Free kick to Donnell.
The bottom of that is Clayton. Stalemate, and the end result is, of course, a bounce. 13.5 minutes into the term. 2-1 to 1-1, a difference of 6 points. So Essendon's tactics of crowding the Fitzroy forward line certainly paying dividends at the moment. Hawker again, but his kick is smothered on this occasion. It rebounds to Rains. Back to Hawker once more. As Lou said, he started brilliantly today. Reeves underneath it.
Oh, golly. You can see that coming for a while, couldn't you?
Billy Duckworth gets penalised 15 metres.
When you talk about crowding that forward line, Pete, and there was Reeves going down, and Fitzroy, I should say Essendon, have got 1 player short on the forward line. They've literally got 2 centremen. Both Rains and Baker are playing in the centre.
This is Scott McIver. Scott McIver from the short of right half forward flank. Fitzroy going the short game with the breeze, which is, I don't know, arguable tactics. It's probably at least a 4-goal breeze. Osborne tries to take the mark, couldn't do so. And once again, we'll see a bounce. Well, we've been playing, let's see, nearly 14.5 minutes, and they've only got 2 goals on the board. Or 1 goal on the board. Essendon have got 2.
Clayton going everywhere with Baker, McIver with Rains, and Pekin going with the Rover.
All knocked down to Keane. He can't get clear. So, as I said, good tactics by Essendon. They're leading by 6 points. By John Russo having a few words. And a bounce in Fitzroy's right forward pocket. Danaher wins that knockout. Nobody can gain control of that. We'll see a boundary throw in.
The ball up or throw in from that forward pocket position about 30 metres around from the Fitzroy goal. There, 1 goal, 7 points to Essendon, 2-1-13. Knocked out by Madden. There's a chance for Rezard to get the ball out of the danger zone. Roos overruns the ball. There's a chance for Reeves at the 50-metre mark. Did he throw that? The umpire said no. McIver doing pretty well. A long shot for goal, a beauty! He's played very well in this first 15 minutes, Bob. 2 goals, 1. Scores a dead level. Knocked out by Matt, picking it up nicely as Roos juggle that one. It comes back to Peak and a hand pass out to Dwyer. This is always dangerous. Oh, the hand pass wasn't so good to Roos, put him under pressure. Roos goes after it, coming through as well. Got one as he went through the pack that time, but the umpire's found a free kick.
Essendon's way.
I think it might. Let's see who it goes to. It'll go to Donnell for one in the back. So he takes that free kick on the 50-metre defence line. Elshaw scouting out. That's his caper out there on that wing position. He seems to be always out there. A hand pass comes back to Hawker. Well tackled by Dwyer. And a beautiful tackle and hold of the ball.
Good play by Dwyer. Good decision by the umpire.
Well, the kid from Koroita certainly made his name here in Victoria since coming to Fitzroy, Bob. 15 metres. He's clear. Drives the ball over the half-forward line. It beats them all. A chance now for Mark Thompson to pick it up. He gets the ball in front of him. He doesn't lose it much, this fella, but he's grabbed 2. No, it's at home.
Tackle too high, Luke.
I think he got him on the shoulder. He's had a marvellous season, this fella, and he would have a chance for the Brownlow, Mark Thompson. I think he may be a bit rugged for a Brownlow medal.
Well, there's been a few rugged Brownlow medalists, Lou, but I think he'd be a big chance in Essendon's best and fairest.
That's Rains taking the mark here, and McIver having a bit of a box on. Could be 15 metres against McIver. He's talking to Rains, telling Rains he could lose if he's not careful. Rains goes wide, looking for Danaher, coming well down from fullback, with the umpires giving a 15-metre penalty. Anticipated. This brings Rains up to the edge of the square.
All it's done is penalise Essendon.
That's right. Kick by Rains is up to centre half forward. Knocked out by Reeves. Picked up here by Richardson. He's picked up a couple of kicks in the first quarter. Goes for Duckworth. Down goes Duckworth. He smothers the ball. They'll holding the ball. And a good decision by the umpire, because he made no attempt to get rid of it.
If they do that more often, it'll break up a few paps, wouldn't it? This is Scott McIver again. Right centre wing. Short pass. Not a well-directed one. Gary Folds is there for Essendon. Back to Donnell. Good play. Donnell always confident in his play. Disposes well as a rule. He looks for Danaher. Didn't really gain much from that, though. Elshaw, short of centre field. Out towards right centre wing, and Hawker. Oh, should have been one for in the back, surely.
It has been paid, Pete.
This fella's played a very good first quarter, Bob, and so has Danaher, their captain.
So Glenn Hawker taking that free kick. Not too many arguments about that. 5 kicks so far for number 33 for Essendon.
You'll have a headache tonight, too.
I reckon for about a week with a boot standing or something standing on your head.
Glenn Hawker from right half forward flank. Short pass. Deep into the pocket. The mark taken by Richardson. Almost thought about playing on. Now he does. Short pass again. A bad one, though. Merritt will have to be good here. Gets it back to Richardson with the left foot. Beautiful smother onto Roos. Roos the hand pass. Now it comes out to Pekin from Turner. Ezard tackled well. Umpire John Russo says it's a stalemate. Probably could have let it go there. And it will be a bounce.
Gary Perd clocked a decent one there, Pete.
Winneman, Wareham, Madden and Reeves. Won by Madden again. Picked up by Roos. Pekin, one of Fitzroy's best so far. Kickers, though, short. Up towards centre wing. Barwick. Fumbled initially. Now he gets clear of Thompson. Barwick up towards half forward for Fitzroy. They need a few goals before the end of this term. Beautifully done from Danaher to Thompson. Harris's tackle late. Marked by Hurd inside the 50-metre line. Hurd short pass. Folds in front of Barwick. Might be 15 metres. Umpire Peter Cameron agrees.
Played very well down there in defence, Danaher, Bob.
Oh, it's been excellent play, Lou.
Hurd to Rains. Rains at left centre wing. Well, not the greatest of hand passes to the other import, Richardson. Didn't read that at all well, and it's going to be a bounce on centre wing.
Well, Richardson had the chance to break clear then. That was a good hand pass from Rains.
He's tried to do too much, Richardson, Lou.
Well, he could have had a shot from goal from the forward pocket. He was close enough to have a shot, but he didn't. I suppose you can be too unselfish sometimes. The ball up out there on the centre wing position. Well, actually, I reckon Reeves got that one out. I still differ with you, Bob. I think that Madden's struggling in the ruck. Umpire will ball it up out there on the centre wing position. Scores dead level, 13 points apiece. Just on the 21-minute mark of this first quarter. It'll be Madden.
Our statistician's on my side, Luke.
He might be.
10-6 in favour of the hit-outs, Luke.
Yeah, well, I don't. Well, okay, I might go along with Bob in this respect. They're not going anywhere. Hitchin in front. Pushed out by Duckworth. Hawker fumbled that one. There'll be a ball up here for sure. Umpire's not hesitating with these ball up because they don't want any rough play today. This is the elimination final for 1986. The one that loses today is out of business for the rest of the season. Ball up again. Knocked out by Matt. That's a beauty over there to Harvey, but Harvey's kick wasn't too hot. Turner gets it out. A bad hand pass. Players making plenty of mistakes. Merritt was pulled to the ground. Picked up on the boundary line that time by Blakey. The kick goes back there towards Harvey. Harvey's got the mark.
Good mark, that.
And Harvey started off very well. He's had a very ordinary season so far, but he could be his day-to-day the way he started off. Chance for the big fella. He couldn't hold it. Ezard goes down. A chance of a lifetime. McIver gets the ball over to Clayton. The ball out wide now. A chance for Mick Turner to mark that one. He does. Outmaneuvered Connolly. He was going to play a free kick in the back to him. What do you reckon about that, Bob?
I thought he just stood his ground, Lou. I wouldn't have paid it.
So the free kick going to Conlon against Thompson. Now it's on to Clayton, who takes the hand pass. Chance for Fitzroy here as it goes out towards Bernie Harris at left half forward flank. It's out of bounds.
It was one of those cases, Pete, where if you get a nice bounce, it comes back to you.
That's right.
Bernie Harris is off and running, but it ran on instead of coming back, as we see Dean Turner there, after receiving some attention from the trainers.
Been a pretty physical first quarter. Madden in front. Well, Richardson's kick is out of bounds on the full, so that will be a free kick to Fitzroy, and Billy Logan will take it.
Well, he's made a couple of mistakes, but that was a bit hard, or a little bit tough that time because he was under pressure, Pete.
Bird in pursuit. Logan's gone for a short pass. It's effective. Oh, mark, free kick, whatever, or might even be a booking. Well, if it's not a booking, it'll be 15 metres, one would think.
It is 15 metres, and we'll bring Pekin right within range as we see it from a different angle. And there's the mark with Terry Danaher on the mark. And so Grant Laurie. Normally a lovely kick, so I would imagine Fitzroy's third goal.
We certainly need one because, as we mentioned at the outset, kicking with the assistance of a breeze we reckon's worth about 4 goals. Laurie makes no mistake with that one, though, and Fitzroy lead again. Scoreboard on 7's big league. Fitzroy 3-1-19, Essendon 2-1-13 in the elimination final.
It's a good piece of play there. It's Grant Laurie. And on replay now. Logan bringing the ball back. Laurie having no trouble taking the mark, and Tony Elshaw. I think he knew he might have been in a bit of trouble, Elshaw, because he kept moving.
That's the way to go. Don't stand there and look at the field crime.
VFL Park, Fitzroy leading by 6 points now after Laurie putting through his first goal. Madden again thumping it away, this time from the circle. Baker picks it up.
Laurie now at full forward, Pete. He's obviously, I didn't see Keane come off, whether Keane's out there or not, but Laurie on the ground.
By calls play on, McIver does just that. Out to Clayton at centre wing. Clayton in turn over to little Dwyer, the recruit of the year in my book. Dwyer from left half forward flank. Long ball up towards full forward. It won't bounce through for a goal. It's a point though. No one at home, and behind, taking Fitzroy's tally now to 3 goals, 2. They lead Essendon by 7 points as we approach the time on period.
7 points the difference. Waiting for Donnell to bring the ball back into play. Certainly been a tough game, but it's been a pretty fair one so far. At the back as Madden flies high, couldn't hold the mark, and the ball is out of bounds, about 60 metres around from the Fitzroy goal. Fitzroy kicking with a strong breeze in this first quarter. Our man on the ground, Peter Donegan, said it's worth about 4 goals. Madden got into his opponent's back. Back it comes to Hurd now up there on the half-back line. Drives it out looking for Ezard. Flies high, punches the ball out. But no one there for Eston. Blakey runs into trouble. Two Fitzroy Essendon players clash Rains and Ezard. Down goes Merritt, couldn't get clear. Still plenty of fumbling by both sides. That's Baker at the bottom of the pack. The umpire will ball it up. Out there on the centre wing. Barbara Fitzroy doing enough kicking with this strong wind.
I wouldn't imagine so, Lou. I think that Kevin Sheedy, if they remain as is, there's time on to play, and with only a 7-point lead, I don't think it's enough for the advantage of this breeze.
Well, we see Hurd grab that's holding the ball, and this gives Fitzroy a chance to go deep into attack through Thornton out there on the centre wing position.
It's a funny game, though, sometimes, Lou. You think a side hasn't done enough with the breeze, that they do even better against it.
Waiting now for Thornton to send them deep into attack from that outer side wing. Well, it beat them all. Punched on again by Fowles. It's a beauty. Over it goes now to Baker. Baker's clear. The kick is not a good one. Roos got the mark. We don't see him do that too often. Blakey gets a hand pass over to Thornton. A hurried kick out wide. Coming in to meet it now is Elshaw. Elshaw and Bernie Harris go after this one. It beats them both. And the ball is out of bounds. 3 goals, 2-20. Fitzroy to Weston. 2 goals, 1-13. Into this second quarter, the 1986 elimination final by 26.5 minutes.
I don't think Fitzroy have made enough use of Blakey. He's a loose man on the back line. When you're kicking with the wind, I'd be more inclined to have him down the field a bit.
Beautiful play by the kid from Karoid. Dwyer over to Hinchin. The ball goes over the Fitzroy half-forward line. Danaher couldn't hold the mark, but he gets it to the ground. Knocked on by Donnell. Donnell tries to get out now. He gets a hand pass to Fowles. A hurried kick back, and Baker's got it. Started off slow in this quarter. He's had a couple of kicks in the last 5 minutes. Baker out there at half-back. A short pass, and Richardson's got it. He's made a couple of mistakes in this quarter, but he's handled the ball quite frequently. A short pass, not a good one. Out wide it goes to Danaher. Was it up in the back?
Was it what?
I should imagine so. But Danaher's playing a funny sort of a game. He's down there at full back, and he's roving all over the ground down. Ball up to the centre line, Bob.
Well, if Fitzroy are prepared to let him come up the ground, if I were Grant Laurie kicking with the breeze, I would stay back. If Danaher wants to come up, I certainly wouldn't bring Danaher into the play.
Obvious free kick to Simon Madden, but it's been reversed. It'll go to Loken.
He's
There
going
might
to
be
take
a
his
booking.
number.
It's a booking. Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, I can never work it out when you take a free kick or get a free kick like they do something
Well, when you
foolish.
watch it now, here we are on replay.
Golly, not reporting.
That is not a report, is it?
Well, I don't know what they're doing to football.
Well, if that's a report, it's the worst I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I'm surprised. Now, that's making this just a farce, really. He never touched him, really. Well, he didn't touch him.
We've seen worse than that today, haven't we?
Hey, only
What's
15
the game
times.
coming to?
Goodness me. Reeves, anyway. Let's get back to the football. Reeves, short of right half-forward flank with the breeze. Down long towards full forward. Plenty up. Down to Preston. That is Folds. Reeves again. Richardson. Free kick. No.
Would have been a free kick. He called the advantage, Will Pete.
Essendon's possession, so he goes forward. Merritt misses it. Oh, got one a little bit too high, Roger Merritt. He'll take the free kick. He's not playing the advantage rule here.
He's having a tough time getting away from Roos. Not that Roos is getting many kicks, Bob, but he's sticking to him, isn't he?
But I think Merritt's done well so far, Lou.
Merritt to half forward, and Hawker again. Oh, he's grabbing onto Dwyer there. That should have been a free kick. He grabbed him by the arm. Pert off the ground. Up the left centre wing. Might be out of bounds before Duckworth can get there. It is. And the boundary throw in the follow next to the interchange area. 29 minutes gone in the quarter. Certainly reduced its sensations. Well, certainly one major one with the report of Simon Madden, which was a joke in my book. Walsh. Up towards Roos again. Good duel, this one. Developing between Roos and Merritt.
I think Roos has got him covered, but not by much.
No, as I said, it's a good duel. They're both fine players on their day. Roos, ball up towards Walsh, a juggle, but not paid by the umpire. In goes Rains. Scooped out to Donnell, tackled by McGrath. On to McIver. On to Osborne. On to Barwick. Barwick from half forward. Long kick with the breeze. Should just about be a score. It's close. It's a goal. And so Doug Barwick putting through a valuable goal for Fitzroy close to siren time. 30 minutes gone in the quarter. 4-2 plays 2-1.
I think we saw a good example there of just what influence this breeze can have. As we watch on replay now, we see Barwick pick the ball up. Now, long kick with the breeze, and if you can get the advantage of the breeze, he had the wind coming directly over his shoulder there. An excellent goal.
Sevens big league, the elimination final. 30.5 minutes gone in the turn. The difference is 13 points in favour of Fitzroy. Knocked down again by Madden, this time picked up by Baker from centre field.
Baker with a hand pass out wide to Donnell. Over it goes now to Hurd. One back to Madden. They're fumbling. That was a bad fumble by Madden. Back to Hurd. He spins back out of the pack, gets it over to Thompson, but a bad one. Good play on the part of Roos. Barwick fumbles the ball. Plenty of mistakes made by both sides, but we've got to allow for that. There's a tremendous amount of tension because the side that loses today is out of business for the rest of the season. It'll be a ball up out towards the centre wing position right on the edge of the square.
Free kick to Big Merritt, I think.
Oh, yes, well, I didn't see what happened there, Bob, but it's a 15-metre penalty, a hand pass. Coming out the Foals at half-forward. The kick is up towards Ezard. There's the siren to end the first quarter. And Fitzroy are in front, even though they've been kicking with the breeze. 4 goals to 26 Fitzroy to Essendon. 2 goals, 130.
Second quarter from VFL Park, 13 points the difference in favour of Fitzroy, leading 26-13. The Bombers this quarter, though, have the assistance of a fairly strong breeze from the west.
I think it's Harris for Harris, Pete.
Ball knocked down. Yes, Bernie Harris was on in the first quarter. Leon was on the bench. McIver, good tackle by Harvey. Hinchin at the bottom, comes up. No, it's Turner. Comes up with
in the back.
There's a free kick going Fitzroy's way for the offence that Lou mentioned. And Turner to take the free at left half-back flank. Reeves in front, couldn't complete the mark, and we'll see a boundary throw in. 26 plays 13 as we approach the 1-minute mark of the second quarter. Knocked down by Madden again. Very scrambly play here. Finally, it goes to Richardson. Well tackled. That could have almost been construed as holding the ball. Umpire Peter Cameron comes in pretty quickly. I don't think he's penalised Richardson. It's going to be a bounce. Still in Essendon's attacking zone.
And I think we're in for a pretty severe shower. Any tick of the clock, Pete.
Well, it's looked like that since the start of the match, but we haven't had one. Although I must agree. Reeves wins that one. Gets it down to Thornton. Good tackle from Harvey. Good tackle and turn from Barwick. That tackle is a little bit too high. It will go Essendon's way, and the free kick going to Gary Foles. Foles just short of the right half-forward flank. It's the Bombers deep into attack, looking for Salmon. He's been held touchless so far, but Duckworth, waiting behind, has taken the mark.
Well, I don't know whether you call that good judgment, a little bit of luck, Bob, because there's no doubt that Salmon and Burt both misjudged the flight of the ball then.
I think Duckworth did the right thing. He came in behind. Call it luck, whatever you like. Good play to Duckworth.
3 kicks to Billy Duckworth. He's already kicked 1 goal. Was that 2? It is. The Bombers are back in business in the second quarter. 2 goals to number 22. 4-2 to 3-1. 7 points the difference.
Well, there's no doubt about Billy Duckworth. This fellow is invaluable to the side. Strong player, can play in defence, and surprisingly enough for a backman, Bobby acquits himself very well on the forward line in attack, doesn't he?
Look, Duckworth is a goer, Lou, and he's a typical example of the type of player you say, what's it matter where you're playing?
2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Duckworth's second goal, 7 points in favour of the Lions.
7 points the difference. Essendon kicking with the breeze. Knocked out by Matt. That's a better knockout. Merritt fumbled that one. Down he goes. They pass a push in the back to him against McIver. He's got the free kick. It's a 15-metre penalty. This brings him over the centre half-forward position. Salmon making a lead, but he's pretty well covered by Pert. He goes again. There's a chance for Harvey. He's crashed by 2, and they got no hope holding the ball. Pretty severe decision, that one. So the free kick to go to Thornton down there in the back pocket position for Fitzroy. 7 points the difference. It'll be Blakey to take the free kick. Ball punched out by Walsh. And they're really coming down the ground. There's only 2 players on the forward line for Fitzroy. That is Laurie and Danaher. They're all over the centre line. Bob, that shows you how strong this breeze must be. So the Bombers have got a big chance in this quarter.
They're still going to put goals on the board, though, Lou.
That's right. Now, what Fitzroy have to do is crowd play like the Bombers did in the first quarter and stop this very smart attack of Essendon's. Stephen Clark ready to come onto the ground. I think I'll go along with Bob Skilt. I'd have brought Van der Haar on down there on the forward line, particularly in this quarter, kicking with the breeze. It was knocked out by Reeves. Thornton gets a hurried kick. Cop one as he kicked that one as the ball goes for the boundary line and out of bounds on the centre wing position. Into this quarter, the second of the elimination final for 1986 by 4 minutes, 7 points the difference. 26 plays 19 in favour of Fitzroy. Knocked out by Madden the second time. Baker was grabbed. He'll get a free kick. Didn't have the ball. Grabbed him too high. And number 4 for Essendon will take the free kick out there on the centre wing position.
Kick number 5 for Baker.
Played pretty well. In front of Salmon. Well played by Perth. The Fitzroy defender knocked it out. Thornton goes for hand pass. Grabbed by Harvey. Back to Elshaw. He's grabbed. He goes for the hand pass. Ruse has grabbed too, and down he goes. They're going over like 9 pins at the moment. And the umpire's found a free kick.
Fitzroy's.
It'll go to Fitzroy. And we'll have to wait. Will it be Ruse to get the free kick?
Hinchin, he looks a bit sore too.
Hinchin, well, he started off the game with a bruised hip. So Hinchin to take the free kick down there in the back or out towards the half-back line. Into the quarter by just on 5 minutes, 7 points the difference in favour of Fitzroy.
Elshaw to come off, Lou. Clark to come on.
Hinchin's kick dropping a little bit short. Reeves tries to get it out. Baker just about caught with the ball. In fact, it will not be a decision. It's going to be a bounce. Decision not in favour of Fitzroy, that is, as Elshaw does come off, and as Bob mentioned, replaced by Stephen Clark, number 12, the blonde-headed rover. Madden and Reeves. That one's won by Reeves, but I must go along with Bob. I think that Madden has rucked fairly well so far today. Oh, that is too high. That's a booking. You can back that in. That has got to be a booking. And it's on. Perhaps not surprisingly. And while the umpires take a few numbers, there's a wrestle on the ground.
And Danaher is still down too.
Well, I should imagine our friends in
Danaher, I should say.
Yep.
in Canada and the United States through ESPN and CTV would be enjoying this sort of a game, Peter.
And a few box-ons and ice hockey like that, don't they? Let's take a look at that again.
Well, I don't think there's anything vicious about it.
I think it's
certainly
A high tackle.
it wasn't a swing of the arm. He just grabbed him too high. There was nothing vicious about that at all.
Yeah, all he'll have for the rest of the week is a stiff neck.
15 metres anyway, the end result of it all, and a booking. So Donnell has the free kick. He's laughing. He's got an appointment on Monday night. And the rain is coming down to...
Well, there's not a player on the Fitzroy half of the ground.
That's right.
Knocked away by Reeves from the back of the pack. Michael Thompson. Duckworth, well caught. Duckworth's already kicked 2 goals, though. He's been a very damaging player up there. Now it finally comes back to Baker. A long kick with the breeze. There's a go. It's a point the difference at VFL Park. The Bombers handling the breeze much better than Fitzroy did. 4-2 to 4-1.
There's no doubt about Baker. A great finals player, Bob. I think he's played in 5 consecutive grand finals, but always turns on his best in the final.
Oh, Lou, I think Baker's had a great year. I think when Essendon were really struggling, Leon Baker was one of the players who continued to play well right throughout. And he and Glenn Hawker, I think, are the 2 players who have shown great consistency right through the season.
Rain teeming down now at VFL Park. That was Baker's first goal. 4-2 to 4-1 in front of just on 59,000 fans at league headquarters. Reeves gets cannoned into by Madden, picked up by Merritt. Merritt short of half forward. Long ball again with the breeze. At the back is Pert. Tries to get it away from Salmon, but can't get a swing at the ball. It's out of bounds. Essendon's right forward pocket.
Well, Lou, I don't think Salmon has done a thing yet. I'd have Van der Haar out there straight away.
Well, Pert doing a very good job down there at fullback. Not that he's getting many kicks or many hand passes, but he stopped the big fella from getting a kick, and he's giving away inches.
Reeves and Madden. Salmon now with the chance onto his right foot.
Speak of the devil.
One behind. So his first kick of the day registers 1 point, and it levels the scores.
Scores dead level, 26 points apiece. Into the second quarter of the 1986 elimination final by just over 8 minutes.
Van der Haar actually getting ready on the interchange bench to come on, Lou.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether it takes the place of Salmon, number 3. Ball back into play again. Out towards Ruse. Didn't bounce too well for him. He's copped a beautiful bump and he's out of business. Oh,
that was a hip and shoulder. You've called
I
it.
don't know what's happened to these guys.
You call it a beautiful bump, Lou?
Well, I did. What would you say it was?
A beautiful bump.
Well, I may be wrong, but these umpires are making this a little bit of ticky touchwood as the ball is by Hurd. Comes out now to Mick Thompson. Not a good kick. A fumble by Laurie, but O'Peakin it was. It's McIver kicking the ball back out there. Overrunning the ball now was Danaher, but he's got a chance to rebound. He does. He's played a great game in defence, particularly in the first quarter. Punched out by Merritt. Coming into meet it now is Hawker. He runs into Reeves. Can't get clear. Vanderhurst grabbed. Down he goes. Picked up by Roos. Goes out wide. I think he was looking for the boundary line. He might make it. He does. And the ball is out of bounds. About Salmon off the ground for Vanderhaar. As soon as he hit the deck, Vanderhaar, he copped a pretty heavy bunt. Out of bounds about 70 metres around from the Essendon goal. Reeves tried to juggle that one. Another scrimmage developing there at the half forward for Essendon. The ball is out of bounds. It will be a ball up. 4 goals to 26 points apiece into this second quarter by just over 9.5 minutes. Well, it hasn't been the most stylish football in the world, but it's been a pretty tough and torrid game. And this is the sort of game we expect in finals. Hawker trying to spin up the package. Did he hang on too long? As the ball comes back there to Donnell. Knocked on by Osborne. Picked up by Rains. A hand pass. Beautiful play by Dwyer. Look at the little fella go after. Great play. Did he get one in the back? The umpire said no. As the ball is picked up by Foles. Back to Danaher. Setting up a good example. It was a bad kick there. The ball is over the line and out of bounds. Out of bounds on the centre wing position, just over the 10-minute mark of the second quarter. Scores dead level, 4 goals to 26 points apiece.
Madden to contest the ruck duels. Loses that one out to McGrath, actually. Now a chance for Leon Harris to Clayton. Clayton from right half forward flank. He's gone long up the full forward. There's no one there. Conlon finally, was he grabbed? Second chance off the ground. Perhaps did it hit the behind post? No. Now it's through, I think, for a point. And the rain comes down again. Fitzroy's first score, I think, of the quarter. Yes, it is. That came up nearly at the 11-minute mark. And the Lions once again in the lead, but only by that margin, 1 point.
It's all right crowding the defence, but when the ball does go onto your forward line, sometimes you're in trouble, aren't you?
Well, it could have worked out then, Lou, because with Conlon's pace, they kicked into the open space. It could have almost come off, but he didn't get the right bounce.
Mark taken by Harvey on right centre wing.
Roos hasn't got a jumper on, Pete.
Real beefcake stuff. Vanderhaar. Oh, Laurie got one too high. Umpire Russo says no free kick for that. Play on. It's a very scrambly game. Vanderhaar in and out of the pack. Now a chance for Pert. It'll be nice and cold out there without a jumper today, I'll tell you. Now the trainer is out. He's given him another jersey. And let's see if he's got the same jumper. I think it's number 1. Yes. McGrath and Madden. Now it comes to Baker. Baker finally finishes up with it. Beautifully done from the Essendon centre man. Vanderhaar and Pert. Reeves. Vanderhaar again with Roos this time. Down goes Vanderhaar looking for a free kick. It's out of bounds though at Essendon's right half forward flank, about 50 metres from goal. 12 minutes.
The Lions are doing a similar, we're using similar tactics that the Bombers used in the first quarter. It's paying dividends at the moment.
Well, I think that with a player like Pert, he's punching away at all times and really makes it hard for any forward to take a mark. So too will the Rains for that matter.
Conlon and Mick Thompson out of bounds in front of that pair. Conlon looking for in the back. Gets no joy from the umpire though. And throw-in will follow. And a shower of rain has all but passed. Knocked down again by Madden off the ground. Hurd. Down goes Merritt. Could have almost beaten the back. Clark kicks it off the ground on the full. Free kick to Fitzroy. And the recipient will be either Turner or Dwyer. It's going to be Turner. Dean Turner at left half-back flank as we approach the 13-minute mark of the term. Walsh, good spoil. Finally picked up, that was by Clayton. Conlon takes the grab to his twin in Barwick. Barwick up towards half forward. It's over the head of Danaher. He'll go for the boundary line. The Essendon skipper does it successfully. And a throw-in will follow about 15 metres from the Fitzroy goal. They lead by 1 point, but they've only scored 1 point so far in the quarter. Salmon on the bench.
And we're just on the 13.5-minute mark of this second quarter. Knocked out by Madden. Conlon tries to get that clear, goes after it again, but the umpire will ball it up. about 15 to 20 metres out from the Fitzroy goal. They're 4 goals, 3. Pardon?
Fitzroy have steadied a bit.
Yeah, my word, they're doing pretty well. They're looking just as good as Essendon. And the Bombers are kicking with a pretty stiff breeze. Ball knocked out again. There's a chance for a goal. That time
Out of bounds
by Pekin. And the ball is out of bounds. It'll be a penalty free kick to go down there to Donnell in the back pocket position. Crowd of just on 60,000. Good crowd for this elimination final. Walsh in front, a strong mark.
He's playing well, Lou.
He's played a very good game. Well, Pert's doing a similar type game, and this fellow hasn't played a bad game either, Harvey. But he's certainly a long way away from half forward. That's his normal position. Good mark to McIver, one of Fitzroy's best players in this first part of the game. There's a good pass. Out it goes to Leon Harris, who's coming back after a broken leg, but he's too slow at getting that. Well played by Roger Merritt. And good play on the part of Fitzroy's turners. He lets Logan get clear. There's McIver again. He spun it at 2 packs. Great play by McIver to get the ball over there to Hinchin. Back to Turner. Oh. He's grabbed around the neck. The umpire's paid the advantage rule out to Leon Harris. Now he won't lose this one. He's got a paddock to run, and he goes for the long kick. Looking there for Osborne. The back there was Danaher. Tapped down. Picked up by Donnell, but the hand pass, not a good one. There's a go now for Pekin to drive the ball. Was it Pekin to drive it down? Picked up by Thompson. The ball is driven out long, out towards that wing position, and the ball grabbed here by Turner. Waiting on Turner to put Fitzroy back into attack. 27 plays, 26, a point the difference. There's a good mark to Clayton. This fella's a very strong player. That was a strong one. He took a pretty heavy knock then. Umpire walking over.
He's going to be
take his number. I got to have a full night next Monday night at the Tribune. They're booking everybody.
Bob, what do you think of that?
Well, the only one they haven't booked now is the head trainer.
I don't think he did take the pin out, did he?
Did he?
I think he's changed his mind. He's given a 15-metre penalty.
Now he's writing down. He's writing it down. It's umpire Russo, I think. Yes. Yes, he was recording.
It's a boundary umpire, Pete.
A boundary umpire, wasn't sorry. Yeah.
Kick by Clayton. 1 make the distance. Nearly a mark to Laurie, but the ball is finally forced through for 1 point. That gives Fitzroy a 2-point advantage.
Elshaw back on, Clark off.
4 goals, 4-28 Fitzroy to Weston. 4 goals, 2-26. And we're just on the 16.5-minute mark of this second quarter.
Mark taken by Richardson, and he's off. To centre wing. Glenn Hawker, great mark. And he's had a fine season, Hawker. And as I said, we'll poll well in the VFL Best and Fairest of Brownlow medal coming up in a couple of weeks. Good spoil by Merritt. Richardson gets met solidly by Reeves. That's out on the full. It'll be
on behind plate.
Fitzroy free kick. Now on the bottom of that is Roger Merritt.
And Paul Roos.
Things becoming just a little bit brilliant. Thornton in the thick of it.
Rains and Blakey there.
Looks like wiser heads prevail. Now, Paul Roos gets reported. It would be interesting. Would that rub him out of Brownlow contentions, Bob?
I think it does, Pete, but I don't believe it should. It's one of those things, I think, as far as things like the Brownlow are concerned, the season finished last week.
That's what I would have thought, but anyway, it's a Fitzroy.
It doesn't work that way. If he gets rubbed out in the final, he's not eligible.
Okay, speaking from one who's won 3 of them, we'll take that as gospel. Reeves.
I didn't have any worries about the finals there.
You played in one, didn't you, Bob?
Yes, Pete.
Against St Kilda. Leon Harris. Up towards half forward. Madden. On it goes to Elshaw, who's just come back on the ground. He's well shepherded too by his skipper Terry Danaher. Makes the clean break from half back. Long kick up towards centre field, and a good mark taken by Turner, who's playing a pretty good game of football at the moment.
I think the tempo of the game has changed. I think Fitzroy in control at the moment.
Conlon grabbed. That must be a free kick, surely. Conlon plays on. Osborne and Donnell off the ground from the Fitzroy forward. It's still in play, but Danaher will be content to see it over the line. And the throw-in will follow about 15 to 20 metres around from the behind post. Essendon well on top in the ruck.
So
I believe.
Lou Richards goes for the cigarette. Conlon, well shepherded, can't get clear though. He's too close to the line. It's out of bounds once more.
Essendon playing a little bit defensive for mine. They're just not showing the aggression that one would imagine of a side that's kicking with the breeze.
Knocked down by Madden, but again not a decisive knockout. A chance for Loken. Walsh beats him to it though. Tries to affect the handball.
I think you've got to give credit to Fitzroy too, Bob.
Taking nothing away from Fitzroy, and that's what I say. The tempo of the game has changed. In fact, it's swung around in favour of Fitzroy at this very moment.
As the sun comes out. That's Elshaw on the bottom of that, and the umpire's found a free kick. And for that, I think we can be thankful to break up the pack. Elshaw, who's already had a stint on the bench today, he was replaced by Stephen Clark. Not the longest of kicks with the breeze. Two Fitzroy players are there. Scott McIver is the man in front.
But a fine game too, Pete.
Yes, one of the best. Roos down towards half forward. Osborne, a mark almost. Donnell tries to gain possession, and it will be a bounce at half forward from umpire Peter Cameron. As we approach the 20-minute mark of the term, Donnell is in a bit of trouble as Salmon comes back onto the ground.
Madden off, Pete. 2
points the difference. They're putting Salmon in the ruck. They fell on top of him, didn't they?
Everybody landed on him.
Okay, here we go again. Knocked out by Salmon. Going after it now is that Hurd. Over it goes to Elshaw. That's not a good kick. He's put it out of bounds on the full. And that'll be a penalty free kick to Billy Loken out there at half forward, about 65 metres out from goal. Fitzroy in front by 2 points. 28 plays, 26. A very low scoring game. A real defensive game. Good mark to Danaher, playing a great game down there in defence, Bob.
He's a great leader, isn't he?
Certainly is. An inspiring player. Able to Salmon. Going to play on. Decided to go, but doesn't know where to go now. He's called play on now. He balked nicely. Still gets his kick, drives it over the centre line, but the back there was keen to take the mark. Good mark to Keane. Keane's kick is short. Barwick taps the ball on. Good play. As they go now, as we see Blakey give a hand pass back there to Peake, and well intercepted that time by Elshaw. Good play. He's played a fairly good game. Over to Baker, a short pass. A chance now for Essendon to go deep into attack. As we see Hawker grab the ball, a short pass looking for Ezard. Should have gone directly down the ground. I noticed that Vanderhaar was bowled over pretty easily then. And the ball is out of bounds on the Bombers half forward on about 60, 70 metres around from their goal.
Fiddling around too much, Essendon. They've got the 8 of the breeze, and yet they want to continue with these little zigzag short passes around the boundary line.
Ball back into play again. Picked up by Turner. The ball falls short. Knocked on by McGrath. Over to McIver. Fumble. That was the first mistake he's made. 2 Essendon players pause that time. This gave McIver a break again. A good hand pass out wide to Rouge. Another one back to McGrath. They're looking good, Fitzroy, as the ball goes over their half forward. But once again, it's the Bomber skipper taking that mark. Over it goes to Donnell, showing a lot of pace. Gets away from Osborne. A hand pass to Hawker. Hawker's clear. Gets a hurried kick. Chance for Big Salmon. 2 of them could spoil each other. No, it's okay. Vanderhaar nearly messed it up.
Well, he didn't have much chance at his height, didn't he?
Certainly didn't. The kick by Salmon up towards Roger Merritt, trying to get position, but he's outmanoeuvred. The ball hits the deck, and they all go over the line and out of bounds, about 10 metres around from the Essendon goal. They're trailing by 2 points, but now's the chance for them to get in front again. Waiting now for the ball to come back into play. It'll be Salmon against Keane. Knocked out by Keane. Merritt goes after it, couldn't grab it in time, and once again there'll be another throw-in from that forward pocket position. This time it's only a couple of metres around from the point post. 28 plays, 26. Fitzroy hanging in there. They won't give him a break, and even though they're kicking with the breeze, a chance for Merritt. He's put it through, and the Boas have hit the front.
Touch.
Was it touch?
Yes, it was. 1 point.
Ah, that was a bit of bad luck. It looked as though it could have been a goal, so it's a point the difference. Well picked up, Pete.
Gary Pert to bring the ball back. Fitzroy yet to score a goal in the quarter. Essendon have scored 2. Mark taken by Blakey.
Oh, there's a box on now.
And Richardson tries to stir things up a little bit. And now a man on the boundary line. Peter Donegan's a big rat for this guy. Blakey short of the 50-metre defence line. Roos attempting the big mark. Rains. Out comes Vanderhaar.
Got him on the leg, Pete.
Not going Rangers' way. Yes, it is. In front is Merritt. Oh, gee, almost took that to Duckworth. Ezard, he's been fairly quiet today.
I reckon.
And umpire John Russo will bounce it about 20 metres from the Essendon goal.
2 kicks, 2 handballs, Alan Ezard.
I think Thornton's got the job of tagging him, hasn't he?
1 point the difference.
I think it's Turner, Lou.
Turner, is it?
And Turner's been playing well. Merritt again with the opportunity. It's a very scrambly game. Fitzroy stacking it up down there and doing a good job. With Essendon not making full advantage of, or taking full advantage of the breeze.
Thornton got the job of Harvey, I think, Lou.
24.5 minutes gone. Salmon to Harvey. Now comes Pert with Baker. Socket off the ground, close to the boundary line, and in fact has traversed it. And now he collects the boundary umpire too, Gary Pert, but it's going to be a boundary throw in right near the 50-metre line on the outer side.
And it won't be a long quarter, Pete. Not too many goals being scored.
Well, we're just on the 25-minute mark of this second quarter. A point the difference in favour of Fitzroy. Ball tapped to the ground, pushed on by Roos. Going after it now is Pert, having a bit of trouble picking this grab by Van der Haar, but he got it back to Roos. Roos goes for the boundary line. Coming in to meet it now is Dwyer and Danaher, and this fella's certainly covering plenty of ground. He's playing at full back. Now he's on the Bombers' half-forward line there, skipper.
Well, Laurie coming right up the ground, Lou.
Waiting now for the ball to come back into play. Salmon knocked the ball out, grabbed by McIver, doing a great job. Kicked off the ground by Harris, but the ball is finally forced back towards Duckworth. Scoots out of the pack, hooks the ball back over his shoulder, looking there for Ezard, but he's been pretty well covered by Turner. That should have been a free kick to Fitzroy's McIver, but the umpire didn't think so. Back it goes, a chance for Danaher.
Salmon in trouble behind the play, Lou.
Yes, he's been down for a while.
Well, we wait for Danaher, goes for a short pass out wide, and Richardson's got it. A hand pass to Harvey. A hurried snap towards the goals. I don't think he'll make the distance. Flying high was Merritt. Backed up well there was Dwyer, breaking clear with a hand pass over to Hinchin. Good play by the kid from Keroyd. Leon Harris fumbled that one, pushed on by Hurd, and the ball is out of bounds. At least he's keeping it in. Salmon off the ground. That's a bit of a blow. Must have got one in the nose there, Bob. It looks as though he's bleeding.
Doesn't look that way, Lou.
So it's out of bounds on that half-forward line for Essendon, but they still can't get that goal to put them in front. Back it comes to Baker, weaves his way through the pack. He was grabbed, but the umpire called play on. Rightly so, as it comes out now, pushed out of bounds by McGrath and Walsh, and the ball is out of bounds up there towards the centre wing position. Salmon still there and not looking the best. 26.5 minutes gone of this second quarter. 4 goals, 4. 28 Fitzroy to Western. 4 goals, 3. 27.
McGrath takes the mark in front of Walsh, although Walsh has had him pretty well covered most of the afternoon so far. The right half-forward flank. The kick, though, is short to half-forward. Almost a mark to Leon Harris. From the 50-metre line against the breeze. Thompson. Conlon over the top of him. Looks for Donnell. Barwick, well tackled. Hurd scooped out to Richardson. And Richardson in with plenty of time. Bad pass though to Baker. But Baker's good enough to make amends. Got one too high. The advantage rule played. He did give the free kick. Mark taken on centre wing by Keane.
Downfield, free kick to Essendon.
To Glenn Hawker.
15 metres, not going to wait for it.
Hawker streaming forward. Kick number 10. It's a goal! No, it's off the ground from Hinchin. Now it's neither. Now what's going to happen?
McGrath's down behind play, Pete.
It's going to be a free kick, so no score. McGrath down behind play. That's right up at the other end of the ground.
No, it happened when in that piece of play. It wasn't an incident behind play.
Out of bounds. From Keane. So a boundary throw in. McGrath now looks as though he's okay. That's good news for Fitzroy. And umpire John Russo will ball it up. Buried right on the 50-metre line. Paul Salmon off the ground. Peter Donegan. Have you got some news on him?
Yes, Pete. Apparently he's got a bad whack on the nose, but I just spoke to the doctor and he said he's okay, but he's pretty groggy at the moment.
Yes, he didn't look too good when he came off. Duckworth has already kicked 2 goals. He won't score anything with that kick. It's out of bounds on the full. And it will be a free kick for Fitzroy to be taken by Paul Roos or by Gary Pert.
Not a very stylish game, Bob, but by golly, it's a tough game, isn't it?
It's a very aggressive game with both sides applying a lot of pressure, Lou, and a great quarter by Fitzroy.
Half-time siren not too far away. Roos in the thick of that pack, but couldn't come down with the ball. Looks like who's at Van der Haar. Out of bounds again. Van der Haar starting the game on the bench, coming on in the second quarter. He's really made a great contribution so far. Madden and Keane. Neither get a tap out of that one. Thornton's kick is short. Now Van der Haar with the opportunity. A wobbly left foot punt kick. Now towards Richardson and Pert. In pursuit is Merritt. Well played by the Fitzroy fullback. Merritt still with him. Ball socket off the ground again. In comes Thompson. It's out of bounds now. Might be on the full. No, it wasn't. Boundary throw in on centre wing. Well played, Gary Pert.
Certainly was, Peter. 29 and a half minutes gone. Fitzroy still in front by a point. They put up a tremendous show in this second quarter, kicking against the breeze. They looked in plenty of trouble, but they hung in there. The ball kicked back to their half-forward line. Over the head of Pert, and down goes Dwyer. The ball is out of bounds. So there's the siren to win the second quarter, and what a good one it was by Fitzroy. 4 goals, 4-28. Essendon, 4 goals, 3-27.
Third quarter, only 2 points the difference in favour of Fitzroy against the reigning title holders Essendon. Fitzroy this quarter kicking to the left of screen. Reeves got that knockout on the McIver. Barwick takes it again. Barwick, long ball up towards half forward, full forward almost. Osborne had the chance. Now he's got the hand pass out. That's effective. Picked up by McGrath in towards the goal square. It will be a point. Well, Thompson, yes, he'll just take it over the line. And so that makes the difference now 3 points.
That was brilliant play on the part of Barwick then, Bob. Real soccer style, wasn't it?
It certainly was, Lou.
They wait the ball to come back into play. Long kick by Folds. Almost marked by Danaher, actually. Umpire didn't play it. Bernie Harris gets the hand pass out. On towards Peake, and now it's Shane Hurd's turn. Back to Donnell. Almost out of bounds. And Leon Harris this time. Harris will be right on the 50-metre line, but of course should be assisted by the breeze. And against that, he's right on the boundary line.
The final quarter for Fitzroy, this third one, Pete.
Got to make every post a winner, don't they, Lou?
Certainly do.
Mark taken now by Blakey. Blakey at right half forward flank.
All this year, Fitzroy, well, the Essendon have been slow starters, and they've held on in this first half. Now Fitzroy got to get a fair score up, kicking with a strong breeze.
I think they need a 5-goal lead. Not a bad sort of a kick. Oh, good mark to Madden. And Gary Folds directing him to kick towards, I guess, is the defensive side of the ground today. With the breeze being what it is. Madden. Looks for rains.
And the daylight today, Pete, that's likely to rain. If you can get a few on the board and then have the advantage at three-quarter time, if the rain comes, then the wind often drops.
Yes. Rain's kick also dropping short. Baker has it knocked away from him. So it's for Elshaw. He's on the bottom of that pack, but umpire Russo will bounce it at the 2-minute mark of the third quarter.
Still 2 points the difference in favour of Fitzroy. Ball up on that centre wing position. Crowd of just on 60,000 here today. Knocked out by Madden. Down goes Hurd. Did he get one in the back there? Or umpire said hold the man. And he'll take the free kick out there on the centre wing position for Essendon. They're kicking against a very strong breeze. Peter Donegan, our man on the ground, said it's worth about 4 goals. Only time will tell. Madden got in front of the pack, tried to frame a free kick there, but the ball comes out the Reeves. A good hand pass over there to Roos, out wide towards Walsh, and McGrath pushed on by Walsh again, goes for the boundary line. He played it safe, and the ball is out of bounds. But it's up towards Fitzroy's half-forward line, about 80 metres out from their goal. Ball back into play again. Madden, well, Reeves spoilt that one too, as we see Essendon player grabbed around the neck. That was Thompson, but the umpire didn't have a bar of that free kick. Dwyer breaks clear, sends the ball over the half-forward. Not a chance for Osborne. He's got it. Got in front of Donnell that time. He's about 55 metres out. Gone for a short pass. It's a good one. Grabbed by Bernie Harris, a running shot at goal. But it's off target and through for 1 point. So the difference now 3 points. 30 plays 27. 4 goals, 6:30. Fitzroy to Western 4-3-27. 3.5 minutes gone of this third quarter of the 1986 elimination final. Mothballs for the side of Blues today. Ball marked by Mark Thompson. He's been a pretty quiet player today, Bob.
It's not the usual Thompson that we have seen dominate from the back pocket.
Raining again.
Baker goes for a pass, and Richardson went for that mark, got it too high. Now, Richardson's had quite a few possessions today, but he's wasted a lot of chances going with those short passes.
On replay, we see Richardson cop one from Blakey. As well, it wasn't the first half. He might have been reported.
That's right. Bovett goes now from Hurd. Pushed out. Well played by Ruth. That time had Merritt covered all the way as a chance for Mick Conlon. He's been pretty quiet too. He's been well covered, but got a hurried kick. A chance for Hurd to mark again. Down there at half back, he does so. So 4.5 minutes gone of this third quarter. It's 3 points the difference in favour of Fitzroy. They're kicking to the end. It's favoured by a pretty strong breeze, but rain starting to fall pretty heavily at the moment.
Walsh.
Well, Walsh, Pete.
Yes, out-marking his teammate there, Simon Madden. On to Thompson. Thompson from centre field. And at the back is Turner. Izzard pushes his opponent out. Almost came out with the ball too. Thornton's kick is a short one up towards centre wing. And the mark taken for Fitzroy by McIver. He's got it over to little Dwyer. Osborne going for mark number 2 this quarter, but couldn't take it. Back it goes to Thompson. Well up the field now. Elshaw at centre field. A hand pass on to Baker. Baker to half forward.
Beautiful pass.
Oh, Merritt very confident, decides to go for the bounce. Gets past Reeves. He can score from there. Roger Merritt. A goal would put Essendon in front, but he can't find the big ones. And through for only one behind.
That was brilliant play on the part of Merritt too, dodging around those players like a rover, Bob, but wasted the great opportunity he had.
Yes, he did everything right, Lou, but except the way he kicked it.
2 points the difference as Pert brings the ball back into play again. He's found Pekin. Pekin's kick around the boundary line. The mark is taken by Roos amid some attention from Glenn Hawker. Short pass by the Brownlow favourite in towards Leon Harris, back into the side today after a broken bone in his leg. A half forward again, tries to find Osborne. Walsh over the head of Danaher, but backup support though, and plenty of it from Elshaw. The Essendon skipper does the necessary shepherding. Now McIver comes at him. Kick not a good one. Over the top, Izzard went for the screamer, couldn't take it. Might have been a high tackle against Harvey. On the other hand, it could have almost been holding the ball, and so the umpire has decided it will be a bounce at half forward for Essendon. Reeves and Madden, won by Madden. Clayton gets around Baker, up the centre wing, knock away by Folds. In goes Barwick. Now it's McIver, wobbly left footer. Donnell. As the rain really teams down now. A lot of fumbling down there. Essendon had possession and gave it away too easily for mine. Picked up by Loken. That's getting heavy now, that rain. Harris in front. Now having a shot was Barwick. And Barwick's put it through. Yes, for a goal. In the rain. Barwick second, and a valuable one for the Lions. 5-6 to 4-4 at VFL Park. 36 plays, 28.
It really is raining at the present moment, and Loken hooks it over the shoulder. On replay, we see Mark Thompson punch the ball away. Excellent forward work by Doug Barwick to pick the ball up and onto the left boot. And the father of just 2 or 3 days, Doug Barwick, puts it through for his second goal.
2 goals to Barwick, 1 to McIver, 1 to Laurie and 1 to Osborne. The goal kickers for Fitzroy. The Lions by 8 points, 7.5 minutes into a wet third quarter.
A very valuable goal kicked by Barwick. Ball pushed back there towards the Blakey. Blakey drives it up to the half forward on a punch out that time by Mick Thompson. Dwyer going in after the ball. He doesn't mess about this little fella. I thought it might have been a push in the back, but the umpire said no, it'll be a ball up out there towards the edge of the square. Now towards Fitzroy's half-forward line. They're in front by 8 points. We're just on the 8-minute mark of this third quarter of the 1986 elimination final. Knocked out by Reeves. Ball picked up by Fowles, kicked out wide towards the wing position, and it'll be out of bounds, so there'll be a throw-in from that centre wing position. Well, Fitzroy, that goal, Bob, is worth about 4 under these conditions, isn't it?
Yes, it'll be interesting to see whether the wind keeps going or whether it drops with the rain, Lou.
Knocked out by Madden. Richardson gets a hurried kick, but a poor one. Harvey fumbles, but he's clear now. Boots the ball down towards the full forward position. Chance for Van der Haar, but Perth's got him well covered. He certainly put Salmon out of business now.
He's a true defender, Perth, isn't he?
That's right. He won't take a mark unless it's absolutely sure, Bob. 8 points the difference. The ball out of bounds about 40 metres around from the bomber goal. Knocked out by Madden. Goes after it again. That's Thornton getting a hurried kick back there to Loken. Falling over was Hurd. This gave Loken the break to get clear. Drive the ball off the side of his boot. Not a good kick. And this fellow we said wasn't playing too well in the first half has bounced back into business in this third quarter. That's Thompson. Cross toward Baker. Fumble. Grabbed by Leon Harris. Punches the ball away beautifully. Over it goes to Blake. He took too long to get rid of it. A good hand pass from Rains. That was a ripper bit of play by Rains. Out to Richardson and half forward. Goes for a pass. Trying to find Hawker. They missed it. The Fitzroy defence, but Hawker fumbles it. Very slippery out there. And players finding it very hard to get clear. Duckworth at the bottom of the pack. And the umpire will ball it up.
Duckworth having a word to the umpire, but I don't think Peter Cameron's going to take any notice.
Not much notice of that. He was appealing for a free kick, saying that he got one in the back. Knocked out by Madden. Back to Duckworth again. He's grabbed. Gets a hand pass back to Ezard, who's been a very quiet player. He's on his feet now. Gets a hurried kick back. Oh, Van der Haar back to Hawker. Tapped down. Has a go for Elshaw. He might have got this one. No, 1 point. So they're really struggling, the Bombers. He had the chance of a lifetime. 7 points the difference. 5 goals, 6-36 Fitzroy to Essendon. 4 goals, 5-29.
Golden opportunity missed, and only 1 point would have been a valuable goal. That's a long kick almost up towards the centre wing position. McIver the opportunity. Roos in pursuit. Danaher. Roos has kicked towards the left half forward flank. Walsh up in front. Couldn't complete the mark. Thornton tries to crash his way through. Plenty of red and black Guernseys there. Harvey's hand pass was picked up by Michael Thompson. Around to the centre wing position. The palm on from Merritt. Finds Hurd. Gets clear of Loken. Short pass by the Bomber defender. The mark taken by Madden. Madden on right centre wing. He's gone for a short pass. That's effective down to Duckworth. Duckworth again, short to half forward. Hawker seemingly everywhere, marks but 50 metres from goal. Poor defence by Fitzroy, Bomber players everywhere. Richardson a clear shot at goal. 4 points. Bombers back in business. In no uncertain terms, 5-6 to 5-5, the Lions by a point.
There's a lovely piece of football there. Good teamwork by Essendon. As on replay we see Hawker go short, Richardson steadying, playing on, and a lovely kick by Richardson, and we know what great skills Mike Richardson does have.
Richardson's first goal. Essendon's leading goal kicker is Billy Duckworth. He has 2. Other contributors have been Baker and Hawker. And Sevens Big League, we approach the 12-minute mark now of the third quarter. Only 1 point the difference after that goal from Richardson. And Fitzroy's lead, of course, at the moment not enough because Essendon will have the breeze in the final term. Reeves onto Dwyer. Dwyer out towards the left half forward flank. Donnell. Essendon playing with a lot of confidence now after that goal. And it really was a morale booster against the wind. So a boundary throw in some 50 metres from the Fitzroy goal. Essendon's defence is rock-like at the moment. Madden and McGrath. Won by Madden. No one getting clear there. Now it comes out to Hawker again, covering a lot of territory onto Ezard. Ezard's kick dropping short, and the mark taken by Reeves on centre wing.
And Reeves with the ball there on that centre wing position. Goes for a hand pass. It's okay. He's found Blakey. He's got a paddock to run and goes for the long kick. Lobs it up to the full forward possession. They go now for Conlon. Breaks clear. He's grabbed. Umpire call play. It's out of bounds on the foot. It'll be a penalty free kick to Fitzroy. But Conlon's found it very, very hard to get kicks today. He's been well covered.
Only 3 kicks, Lou, and 1 handball.
Now the ball will go down there to Fitzroy. And it's Bernie Harris to take the free kick in the forward pocket. A point the difference. Fitzroy kicking with the breeze. I think that breeze may have dropped it. I don't know. I thought it may have dropped, but I don't think so. Waiting on Harris from about 30 metres out. Barwick giving a lead, but it's ignored. There's the kick. We'll wait on the result. It's 1 point, so it's 2 points the difference. 5 goals, 7:37 Fitzroy to Essendon, 5:35. 13 and a half minutes gone of this third quarter, the 1986 elimination final. Short pass, dangerous. It's okay, and it's marked here by Baker, who's played a fine game today.
It's still a dangerous kick, that one, though, Lou.
I'd reckon, but I'd go for the long kick, kicking against the breeze. There's a go now for Mark Thompson. We mentioned about him not playing so well in the first half, but he's come to light in this third quarter. Up towards Van der Haar, flies. He's got it. I think this might be Van der Haar's first mark. Is it out of bounds? No, it's okay. Van der Haar's got the all clear to play it up there towards the forward line. Coming out as Duckworth. Fumbles. Hitchens right into his back. Ball tapped back, picked up by Thornton. Takes it away from that back pocket position. A good mark taken here by Pekin. I thought this fella played a fair game in the first half too, Bob.
He's a good, solid game, Lou. He's put the Rovers out of business.
Hand pass to Pert. Pert's kick falls a bit short at the back as Walsh. And a good mark. There's another good play today for Essendon. A great defender. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble. You give them a rap. He's going to lose this. It always works out that way. Back it comes now, going after his bag. He's got to try and save the day for Walsh out there. Hurd falls on top of the ball, and it's finally forced out of bounds by Walsh. Well, that was a bad mistake by Walsh because he could have easily gone back for a kick in defence. The ball out of bounds on the centre wing position. The difference only 2 points in favour of Fitzroy, and we're just on the 15-minute mark of this third quarter.
Madden and Reeves again contesting. It's won by Rains, and a mark almost to Thornton. I think I'd be paying that one. Thornton from the right half-back flank. Mark taken down there for Fitzroy by Pekin. As Lou said, has played a pretty good game so far. Harris. That's Leon Harris.
Of course, he's been out, for 6 or 7 weeks with a broken leg. Might have been more than that.
I think you're about right, Lou. Conlon tried to mark it one hand against Michael Thompson. Barwick put the body in well. Folds. Short kick up towards the square. And Richardson, he fumbles. Now a chance for Fitzroy. Logan goes for the hand pass. That was, who's on the bottom of that? It was Harris again. Now it's back to Turner. One of Essendon's best is their skipper, Danaher. A wobbly kick, though, out to Harvey. Well tackled by Roos. Roos certainly making it difficult for him. Wins out. Umpires found a free kick going Essendon's way to Harvey. Let's take a look at that again in the back, I dare say, but a little bit unfortunate. Merritt, a juggle onto Richardson. Essendon into attack up towards their right half forward flank. Richardson off the ground. Good play. Van der Haar missed it. Pert. And Pert content to take the ball over the boundary line. Didn't really try too hard to keep it in play.
Well, Van der Haar in form wouldn't have missed that, Bob.
I think he was getting ready to tap the ball on. Lou was there having a bit of tapping going on now. Yes. And nothing in it, just a little bit of a wrestle. And
that could be Billy Duckworth at the bottom. I'm not quite sure, but
strange.
I'd like to bet on it. Oh, that's Bill. Good on you, Bill. Get up and have another go in a moment, son.
Hey, he gets a smile on his face and there's a bit of aggression.
But you've got to have those players when you're playing in the finals, Bob, don't you?
But talking about Van der Haar, he did signal to Duckworth that he was going to try and tap it on, and I think in doing that, he took his concentration a little bit off the ball, and that was the only reason he missed it.
So boundary throw in Essendon's right forward pocket. Crowd certainly coming to life. Madden and Reeves. And Hinchin and Duckworth still having a few little words. Neither ruckman got a tap at it. Thornton and Harvey. And umpire John Russo will bounce it. Hasn't been the most attractive game to watch, but it's been pretty tough out there. 2 points still in favour of Fitzroy.
The defensive skills of both sides are to be admired, Pete. That's why it's no side is able to get a break.
Merritt to Duckworth. He's slung pretty quickly by Hinchin. Out it goes to Blakey. In pursuit is Richardson. Blakey's kick is long, up over the centre line. Danaher tries to mark. Walsh backs him up, though, well. He won't fumble this time, Kevin Walsh. Brings the ball well and truly out right, and a good mark is taken by Rains on centre wing. Rains decides to play on. He'll go for the long kick.
Oh, it's a long kick over the half forward, and a chance for Harvey to mark. He doesn't let him down. He's got it out there at half forward, about 60 metres out from goal. Quickly plays on, looking there for Hawker. Found him. And in my way of thinking, the Bombers are starting to look a lot better now. Short pass. And
Would
there's
you have taken
Vanderhaar.
McIver away from Reigns?
But
Would you have taken McIver away from
I
Reigns?
certainly wouldn't have, Bob, because I thought that McIver was one of their, well, just about their best player. We're waiting now for Vanderhaar. He's had a bad trot over the last 7 or 8 or 9 weeks with a bad injury. This was a broken leg. That's a goal. And that's put the Bombers in front. And that's a pretty handy goal against the wind. 6 goals, 5-41. For Fitzroy, 5-7-37.
Vanderhaar's first goal, and it gets Essendon into the lead. They lead by 4 points, and as Lou said, against the breeze, it's a pretty good position to be in.
Well, there's no doubt that it's been Essendon's quarter so far. Essendon did take the, Fitzroy, I should say, did take the gamble and left Osborne one out down on the forward line with his opponent Dunnell, and it just hasn't quite worked. In fact, McGrath now has gone to full forward, and Walsh has dropped back with him.
Back in the centre again.
Keane on the ground into the ruck in place of his teammate, and that, of course, was Reeves.
Knocked out by Madden again. Bit of a fumble going on. Actually, it's a free kick. It'll go there to Turner, one of their best players in the first half of the game. It's a 15-metre penalty. This gives Turner a chance to drive it deep into attack, and that's what he should do. He's gone right over the half-forward line. Ball punched out again by Essendon, picked up by Hawker. They're starting to get into their stride now, the Bombers, as it goes out wide. Duckworth under the ball, couldn't quite pick it up, but he's got it under control. Well played by Duckworth. He balks, he's out there at half-forward, goes for a pass. Oh, well, that could be a free kick. We'll wait and see on that. It could go back to Duckworth. Is it against Duckworth? To Hinchin against Duckworth.
Well, couldn't have been against Duckworth, surely.
Well, I don't know what happened there. He might have given him one after he kicked the ball. I didn't quite see it. I was following the ball.
It wasn't against Duckworth. I think it was for this Shepherd
now.
here.
And here's the Shepherd.
Well, a trip he's paid that for.
Well, that's a ridiculous decision.
14. Turner's 14 gets the ball over there now. There's a mark taken here by Keane out there on the centre wing position. Fitzroy trailing by 4 points, and they're kicking with the breeze. A pretty strong one over their half-forward. They need a goal quickly here now as the pack fly. As they go now for Roos. He's got to pick this up. He gets a hand pass out for Turner. Turner can't get his hand pass clear. That's Foles at the bottom of the pack. They're falling over like 9-pin, but don't blame them for that because it's very slippery out there. We've had plenty of rain here today at VFL Park. So just on the 21-minute mark, it's 4 points the difference in favour of Essendon.
Ball up. Fitzroy badly needs some goals here quickly. Picked up by Turner. 3 Essendon players descend upon him. That's got to be holding the ball.
Well, they're looking stronger to me, Essendon, Bob. I don't know what you think about it.
They're playing much better at the moment. They did in the first quarter too, Lou, so both sides have played better against the breeze right throughout.
Hawker's kick, not a well-directed one, and the chances for Dwyer to get the ball out. That could have been a high tackle. It will be a free kick to Fitzroy. I think it's Leon Harris, or was it Burney? No, it's McGrath.
15-metre penalty.
McGrath will be almost at the 50-metre line when he kicks it. Who's down there? 4 Essendon players to 1 Fitzroy. And Donnell, I think, will be content to see it roll through for a point. They're behind the Fitzroy. They've kicked only 1 goal since quarter time, 5-8 to 6-5, a difference of 3 points in favour of Essendon. But the Bombers looking pretty good in this quarter, with Glenn Hawker really shining out. The mark to their skipper, is it not? No. And here's Hawker again. Out to Baker. Gets around Loken. Baker from the edge of the square, short pass. Vanderhaar marking in front of Roos. He kicked the goal earlier to put Essendon in front. The pass to Danaher again. Danaher on centre wing.
Quite a fine game there, skipper.
15-metre penalty this time. He's not taking that. Plays on straight away. Out to Stephen Clark, who's just come back onto the ground. From 45 metres out, he can score one. He has! The Bombers are going right on with the job. The reigning premiers looking good. 5-8 to 7-5.
You did call Hawker playing extremely well, and it was Hawker who started that piece of play across the half-back line. Danaher, and occasionally the interchange move comes really off.
That's
and
right.
That time I think Clark snuck in from the interchange, Fitzroy not even realising he was there.
Approaching the 23-minute mark now of the third quarter. Fitzroy with the breeze have got no forwards at all to speak of. Clark's first goal, knocked down by Keane. Still raining as umpire Peter Cameron comes in, and he'll bounce it still inside the centre square.
Well, rain pelting down again. And of course, those goals, well, they've kicked 3 for this quarter, Essendon, haven't they? That's certainly been valuable to their chances here today. They're coming home with the breeze. Good play on the part of Fitzroy. The ball comes down now to Foles, goes wide to the half-forward flank. Harvey, ball tapped on by Thornton. A chance for Harvey to pick it up. A beautiful hand pass to Richardson. Balks, he's in trouble. Tried to do too much that time, and a good decision by the umpire. And there's a bit of a wrestle going on. Richardson's played brilliantly there, Bob, but
why he doesn't kick the ball, Lou, I do not know. He just tries to do that little bit too much.
Well, he tries to do the fancy stuff. He was clear, and particularly when the side's in a desperate position, even though they're in front.
He's won the ball well today, though.
Certainly has. There we see Blakey's kick over the half-forward line. The ball tapped to the ground again. Dwyer couldn't pick it up. And there's no doubt about it. Thompson certainly playing a lot better in this third quarter. Had a shocking first half, but he's been a great player all year, Mark Thompson. And would have to be Dwyer off the ground.
Well, Thompson, I think, had 2 kicks in the first half, so he's had 5 kicks at least in this quarter, Luke.
Ball goes back to Leon Harris, takes the mark out there on that about 60 metres out. That's nearly a mark there to McGrath, but the umpire's not playing that. He dropped it at the last moment. Fitzroy finding it hard to break through. The umpire's found a free kick. It'll go to Fitzroy. It'll go to Leon Harris. Bernie Harris, I should say. Bernie Harris. He'd be about 40 metres out from goal. Now, I don't know whether he can get the distance. That ball would be pretty heavy. Yet to score a goal, he's kicked 2 behind. The angle just about directly in front. There's the kick. That's a beautiful kick by Bernie Harris, and it's a goal. A very handy one indeed. So it's 6 goals, 8:44. Fitzroy to Essendon, 7-5-47.
Bernie Harris would not have many more vital kicks than that one. As we see him coming now, I think he fell forward as much as anything in these conditions. A little bit lucky to get that free kick, but nonetheless, it is a free kick and it is a goal.
Well, they miss some of the ones you should get sometimes, so it all squares out, Bob, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, Lou.
3 points the difference in favour of Essendon, despite that goal from Bernie Harris. 47 plays 44. We're playing time on in the third quarter. A very scrambly start to this passage of play. Finally picked up by Stephen Clark. A ball, he was nearly tipped. Could have got a free kick. His kick and turn up towards half-forward. Knock on by Harvey. Past Merritt. Can Merritt get back there and pick it up? He can. Well done from the big fellow. Tries to fire out the hand pass. No free kick. Getting ridden into the ground from Duckworth was Roos. It comes out to Pert. And Gary Pert goes for the long clearing kick. McKay. Has he taken the mark?
Yep.
No, he hasn't. I thought it was.
I thought it was too, Pete.
I think the umpire indicated it may have been a mark, and I think that made McIver hesitate a bit. He's played a great game too, this fellow.
McIver 7 kicks and 11 handballs so far. Or maybe Shane Hurd got a hand to that first, and perhaps
Still a
that's the
mark
reason.
for mine.
Down by Big Madden. Leon Harris breaks clear just as the whistle goes. I don't think Leon's too impressed by that. He has to give the ball back to the umpire. Kicks in favour of Essendon, 149 to 123 today, and their marks nearly double, 54 to 30. Bombers still leading by 3 points. Chance for Hawker, who's been an excellent player in the third quarter. Tried to find Baker. He was up in it. Didn't have the ball.
Kick.
Leon Baker just short of the left half-forward flank.
He's played an excellent game, Baker.
And this always gets a lot of kicks. Had a great game in the grand final last year. He's had 15 kicks so far today, 5 marks and 1 handball. And the opportunity to once again put Essendon deep into attack. They lead by 3 points. He's looking for Harvey, or behind the pack is Madden, but a badly directed kick at the mark to Tim Pekin. Centre half back, transferring play to the member stand side, and the mark is taken by Grant Laurie. Laurie a pass towards left centre wing. Tries to get clear, or trying to get clear, is Bernie Harris. Wobbly punt kick up towards full forward. Walsh is the only player there, though. Around Osborne, who's been fairly quiet today. Thompson, excellent third quarter. Danaher. Short to the wing. Out of bounds. Good play by Ross Thornton to get the ball away from his opponent. And a boundary throw in Norfolk.
28 minutes gone of this third quarter. Fitzroy trailing by 3 points. 44 plays 47. At Fitzroy kicking with the breeze. Rains gets a hand pass out, knocked on by Laurie. A chance for Thornton to pick it up. Still plenty of fumbling going on, but that ball is very slippery and it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. Well, we thought that because Essendon did so on the first quarter, they'd get a big pick up a bit of a few goals, Bob, but they didn't in the second. But we'll see what happens in this last quarter.
There's nothing to indicate that Fitzroy cannot play just as well against the Bruce as they did in the second quarter.
Well, it's been a defensive day today. It's been the battle of the defences, so we'll possibly see the same result in the last. There's only 3 points the difference, nothing in it all day. A very tough game. Not the most stylish game in the world, but it's typical of these final matches because the tension's so great. And particularly in this one because the loser is out of business for the rest of the season. So it'll be a ball up there on the centre wing position. 44 plays 47 in favour of Essendon. Just over the 29-minute mark of this third quarter of the 1986 elimination final. Well, he had no chance of getting clear that time, Clayton, and the umpire will ball up still on that centre wing position. A bit of a stalemate here at the moment.
Siren just about to go for three-quarter time.
Well, they haven't been long quarters, Pete. Scoring very low. Knocked out that time by Keane. Going through his fouls, couldn't get clear. That's Rains trying to crash through the pack for rest, but the umpire once again. We've had about 4 or 5 ball-ups here in the last 2 or 3 minutes. So play held up on that centre wing position with Essendon 7-5-47 to Fitzroy 6-8-44. Plenty of players gathered around this knockout. Knocked out by Madden. Harris went without the ball that time. Hawker gets a clear kick back there towards that half-forward line, and Van der Haas got it. It'll be about 80 metres out from the Essendon goal.
Been a dangerous play this quarter.
There's the siren to win the third quarter, and we see Essendon front. 7 goals, 5-47 to Fitzroy, 6 goals, 8-44.
Umpire Peter Cameron comes in to bounce the ball. Essendon leading by 3 points, but they're kicking with the breeze in this final term before 59,000 fans. Salmon starting off in the ruck, and the Bombers starting well through Richardson down to half forward. Clark, he kicked one in the third quarter, gets dispossessed pretty quickly. Back it goes to Turner. Short to Leon Harris at centre half back. Oh, Richardson tackles too high. He stopped him though nonetheless. So the result was the desired one. This is Reeves onto Turner, moving well downfield. Gets around Harvey, but the kick is high to half forward. Oh, McIver as he grabbed that very nearly. Danaher played a great game for Essendon. Out to Mick Thompson. Loken. Clayton kick is short. Big pack of players down there. Donnell down. Bernie Harris. Oh, he didn't see Condon in the goal square, but the kick is okay. It's a goal. Oh, what a shot. That's his second. 7-8 to 7-5, and Fitzroy hit the front. That's their first goal at that end of the ground.
Just how important was that goal straight after the last quarter, Bob?
An absolutely vital goal. I did think that it should have been a mark to McIver further up the ground, but it matters not now. In fact, it's probably an advantage because a great snap goal by Bernie Harris, and that will lift the confidence of every Fitzroy player.
7 kicks to Bernie Harris, 3 handballs, and now 2 goals. Fitzroy lead by 3 points. We're set for a titanic finish, it looks like, in the Eliminator. Barwick gets offloaded. Now towards the edge of the square. Might be a free kick to Gary Foles. It will be for one in the back. And Foles to take the free kick near the centre wing position. Bombers with the breeze. Foles' kick is long. Up towards half forward. Strong mark to Roos in front of the pack.
Well, as you said, Bob, there's a bit of a wrestle going on up the other end of the ground, round about the centre half forward position. Great mark to Roos, and that goal would certainly give the side a lot more confidence. The ball hits the... we think Reeves may have been reported. That scuffle is picked up by Danaher. The kick is not a good one.
I think it might have been Walsh.
There's a chance now for Keane to get a hand pass back to McIver. Gets it back to Keane. They're in a bit of trouble. It's smothered. The ball come on. There's one in the back to Fitzroy. It'll go to Bernie Harris. Fitzroy get a goal here now. And Leon Harris, I should say. We've got the 2 Harris brothers playing here today.
8 kicks to Harris, Luke.
Well, he hasn't done badly since coming on the ground. Ball punched out again. Thompson went without the ball. They stack up here, and the umpire will ball it up right on the 50-metre mark in Fitzroy's attacking zone. So So it's 50 points Fitzroy to Western 47 into this last quarter of the 1986 elimination final by just on 3 minutes. Well, that will certainly give them a bit of confidence, that last goal kicked by Harris.
Particularly with the fact that there's no doubt that the breeze has dropped a little, Lou.
Well, there's another bit of a scrimmage developing there, still around about the 50-metre mark.
It'll be a busy night at the Tribune, isn't it?
Well, they keep on reporting everybody we will know on play next week. Knocked out by Salmon, not a good knockout. Turner tries to spin at the pack break as Collins, he tries to crash his way through the pack for Essendon, and the umpire will still ball it up. Well, it's still down there on Fitzroy's attacking line. That's right, something in their favour. 3.5 minutes gone, or just over 3.5 minutes gone of this last quarter. Grabbed by Walsh, has been a fine play today. The kick was a grubber back towards the centre of the ground. As it goes out, the ball will be picked up by Kane. He gets a hand pass back to Hinching out there to Leon Harris. A hand pass over to Laurie, and Fitzroy looking good as they go back into attack. But coming across there is Salmon, goes for hand pass. It's grabbed by Duckworth. They've got him down. Thompson, it is. Mark Thompson gets the ball wide out towards the wing position. Ruse the big punch. And the umpire still called play. It's picked up by Keane out there on the centre wing position. And Thompson drops that one. They're all pumping. That's Bernie Harris down there on the bottom of the pack, and the umpire will ball it up on Fitzroy's half-forward line.
Essendon played down.
That was a result when Ruse came over the top. And Glenn Hawker. And Hawker has been an excellent player for 3 quarters. So
Especially in the third term, Bob. And so a bounce. Won by Salmon. Picked up by Stephen Clark, where a mark is taken by Turner. Official attendance today, 59,420. Turner, oh, he's got inboard. Mark taken by Blakey. Not really any closer to goal.
Essendon seem to have panicked a little bit at the moment, Pete.
Well, Fitzroy really finding something, aren't they? Obviously, David Parkin said, this is it, give it everything. All duck or no dinner. Salmon palms it down. Picked up by Donnell. Short ball, Turner fumbles. It's very greasy out there. Oh, Clark over his opponent, Laurie, a high one. Salmon folds. Kick is short. Short. That's a bit of distance with that kick. Fumbled by Hawker, seems to be okay. Now Keane has the chance on left centre wing. He's gone for a short pass, tries to find Pekin. Clark's right there with him. You have to be good to get clear of him. Not a good hand pass. Good pressure applied by Essendon. In goes Merritt. It's out of bounds. And the throwing will take place on the centre wing. Very dark and gloomy with the rain still falling.
I think they have panicked a bit, the Bombers, Bob.
They need to steady down a bit, wouldn't they?
Certainly would.
Here out goes Essendon's way. Picked up by Thornton. Donnell doesn't get the bounce that he wanted. Finally, it's hit down to Thompson, who's been excellent since half-time. Long kick up towards the centre wing position. And the mark is taken by Keane in front of his opposite number 25, Roger Merritt. Being whistled back on the mark by umpire Peter Cameron. McIver and Walsh out of bounds.
I thought Vanderhart did well at centre-half forward in the third quarter, and he'd still be there for mine.
Downby throw in left half forward flank for the Roys. Salmon and Reeves. Won by Reeves, picked up by Laurie. Up to the 50-metre line. Richard Osborne, he's been very quiet. Essendon defenders are going to do a job on him. Here's a chance for Harris again. If he can get there off the ground, might have been the go. Hit the point post.
It was kicked by Thompson of Essendon anyway.
7-9 to 7-5. Fitzroy lead by 4 points in a thriller at league headquarters. And Folds will bring the ball back into play as we approach the 7-minute.
And of course, this rain would certainly help Fitzroy's cause, Bob, too.
Won't do them any harm, that's for sure.
Picked up by Harris again. Shoots it across towards the full forward position. Conlon clearly marked that one. Grabbed by Mick Thompson. A hand pass coming out now. Umpire said it'll be a free kick. He was grabbed too high. He might have been a bit lucky to get away with that one. Out wide now to Clark. Clark and Turner go for this one. It'll go to the boundary line. Kept in play by Clark, and it was a wise thing as it went back to Leon Harris over to Turner again. He's been a fine player looking for Conlon. He's only had about 2 touches. He could kick a goal here. Straightens up, fires. It might be a goal. It is. Now it's 1 point. Well, he hasn't been in the play very much. Oh, that looked as though it could have been a goal. So it's 5 points the difference into this last quarter by just on 8 minutes. And Fitzroy have been into attack for most of this last quarter. Ball back into play by Donnell. Raines grabbed that one. Out there at half-back. Goes for a hand pass over there to Foles. Foles at half-back is clear. Has got a paddock to run in. No one going at him. He's taken the ball right up to the centre wing position. Kicked it across to centre half forward. The ball tapped to the ground. There's a hand pass coming out now to Hinchin. Goes for a short pass. It's a beauty. Grabbed here by McIver, who's been a fine player today. A short pass. In goes Bernie Harris right from the 50-metre mark. Let's fly at the goal. Got a good kick. And there'll be a mark. A great mark there to Mick Thompson in defence. And there's been plenty of pressure on this Essendon defence in this last 5 minutes of play. Out it goes wide, right across goals. It could be dangerous, but Mark Thompson's marked the ball on the 15-metre line.
He played on.
He played on.
Well, he's going to give a 15-metre penalty, I think, Bob, isn't he?
He's going to pull him back. Then let him have another attempt.
Another kick. So into this quarter by just on 9 minutes. 5 points the difference. Still in favour of Fitzroy.
Van der Haar. Walsh, left half-back flank. He's got a very good player. Breaks the tackle well there from Hinchin. Long kick by the Essendon key defender. Down to Harvey. Richardson backs him up. Looks for a hand pass. Out to Clark. Clark's already scored one. Essendon in front by a point.
It's got to come back, I think.
No, he's going to play it.
He's talking to Clark. Now, what's happening here?
Well,
It's...
He must have said it was a throw.
I don't know what he said it was.
Well, Clark was shaking his head.
I think he may be reporting for wasting time.
Well, we watch it going now. Well, I can't see anything wrong.
Well, you've got me. That's one for what's your decision tomorrow. Anyway, the kick goes to Fitzroy through Thornton. Conlon has to knock the ball away from Michael Thompson. Keane in front of Hawker as the rain teams down here at VFL Park. And the ball dribbles over the boundary line. Does it, or is it kept in play? No, it's kept in play, and that suits Essendon well. It's on to Donnell. Hawker again. Best player on the ground after half-time in my book. Merritt. Now it's Essendon's turn to attack. Duckworth behind. Elshaw. Out to Duckworth. Not a long kick. Gary Pert has not made a mistake all day.
He called play on.
Hawker. Shot at goal. Is through. Now they're in front by a point.
Well, why did he call play? Was that a mark to Pert? Might have been touched before it got to him.
To 85-53.
It must have been touched. There's no other reason that it wasn't a high kick as we watch now. And, well, it could well have been touched by the player up the ground. And, well, play on was the only decision.
So Hawker putting Essendon in front. His second goal. Duckworth also has 2 for Essendon. Stephen Clark 1, Baker 1, Richardson 1. And for Fitzroy, their main goal kicker is Bernie Harris. This is the 1986 Elimination Final.
Van der Haar's on the back line. Pete Walsh down on the forward line.
1 point the difference in favour of Essendon, and it is teeming.
Just over the 11-minute mark of the last quarter. Knocked out that time by Salmon. Still a scrimmage developing. Rain absolutely pouring down here at VFL Park. Essendon in front by a point, and there's been nothing in it all day. Really been the battle of the defences. Salmon gets another knockout. Baker tried to crash his way through the pack, but there's plenty of players milling around there, and the umpire will ball it up. It's pretty hard to get it out of there and crash through a pack, Bob.
Particularly in these conditions.
Oh, golly, it's absolutely pouring down. Ball driven away by Barwick out there towards that half-forward line. Mark Thompson couldn't hold that. Picked up by Danaher. Down he goes. He get it in the back. Mark Thompson threw it away to Elshaw, but they soon collar him. Back it goes there to Donnell. Back to Richardson. Down he goes. They're not messing about. They're throwing themselves at the ball. That's around the neck to Baker. And Baker's got the free kick. A quick hand pass coming over to Danaher. Short pass. It'll be okay. Mad by Salmon. Runs to centre half forward. He has a long kick towards the goal. Elshaw's there, and it's tapped on and through for 1 point. But every point counts here today. So it's 7 goals, 10-52 Fitzroy to Essendon, 8 goals, 6-54. 2 points the difference into this last quarter by just over 12 and a half minutes. Ball back into play again. Oh, God, there's a race going on here now. The big chance. It bounced beautifully for Thornton out there on the wing position. drives the ball over the half-forward line. At the back is Hurd. A successful knockout. Barwick over runs the ball. Has a go for Foles. It's got a bounce rate. Doesn't bother to pick it up and played it safe. That's the only way to go. Out it comes now. Roos is having trouble picking it up, and it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. It must be mighty difficult to grab that ball out there at the moment, Bob.
As the old saying goes, Lou, next goal could win this one.
That's right. A very low-scoring game. 52 plays 54, just over the 13-minute mark. Salmon got the knock out. Comes back to Salmon again. Umpire still calling play on us. It comes out now. Well, no one can get there. It's falling over like nobody's business, and the umpire's going to ball it up. Well, I suppose a wise umpire wouldn't pay a free kick amongst that mob, would he?
Leon Harris might be a little bit sore. Here it is. Oof. Does that hurt in a day like today? Tears to your eyes. Salmon wins that one. Down Turner, but he couldn't do much about it. I must agree with Bob. I think the next goal will probably win it. 14 minutes gone. Again, it won't be a long quarter. Odds favouring Essendon, kicking with the breeze and the rain or whatever. Salmon. It's a free kick, isn't it? No, not played by the umpire to Conlon. McIver out of bounds on centre wing in front of the VFL Park members stand, and that's the best place to be this afternoon because patrons in the yard are getting drenched, and there are a lot of them. 59,000 the attendance this afternoon. Probably about halfway through the final quarter. Salmon tries a kick off the ground out to Osborne. Danell in pursuit. Osborne's kick down to Thompson, who's played an excellent second half after he had only 2 kicks in the first 2 quarters. Danaher has been good all afternoon, but he can't beat Roos on this occasion. Roos's kick out towards left centre wing and left half forward flank. Bernie Harris stumbles, allows Thompson in. Oh, good tackle from Roos. Now finally picked up, who's that? Harris, I think. Osborne out of bounds.
It's a great piece of play by Paul Roos there. It's not a stat, it's just a tackle. It's a stat to the clubs, and a great tackle by Roos.
So a real chance here for Fitzroy. They might not get too many more of them. Reeves and Salmon, easily won by Salmon. But it will beat, I think, Stephen Clark out of bounds. No, it hasn't. McIver in pursuit, but can't catch him. Long kick by the Bomber Rover, up towards centre wing. Great mark to Keane. And he'll put Fitzroy back into attack again. With a short pass. The recipient is Turner. Oh, where was that to? McIver. Perhaps. Bad play from Fitzroy. Baker brushes the tackle from Turner easily. Knocked away by Pert. Well upfield. Now 3 Fitzroy players are there. It's left to Roos. Harris. Walsh.
Well, this fella's played a fine game, hasn't he, Walsh?
So is this fellow. He's my best anyway. Hawker. Hawker to half forward. Finds Duckworth. He's already kicked 2 goals. Barwick not letting him go. And Duckworth to put Essendon deep into attack.
Well, Duckworth at centre half forward. Drives the ball down to the forward. Pluggers a go now for Elshaw. Kicks it off the ground, but he's off target. And it's through for 1 point. 7 goals, 10-52 Fitzroy to Western 8-7-55. A difference of 3 points. 16 and a half minutes gone of this last quarter. Well, Bob, it hasn't been the most stylish game in the world, but by golly, it's been a tough one, hasn't it?
Yes, although they ultimately will be a loser, and both sides can hold their heads up. It's been a wonderful display of team spirit.
Well, we see a free kick going there to Barwick. He's down there on the half-back line. So Barwick kicks the ball to the wing position. Coming across is Reeves. The ball pushed out again by Foles, and it's out of bounds. So it's out of bounds on the centre wing position with Essendon 8 goals, 7-55 to Fitzroy 7-10-52. Salmon got the tap down. Elshaw couldn't get clear. They pounce, and that's McIver grabbing him, and he's played a fine game for Fitzroy today too. It's been a battle of the defences. Forwards finding it very difficult, but the conditions certainly don't favour the forwards today. Knocked out by Salmon again. Back it comes to Blakey, but Clark's got him covered. Clark trying to get clear. He ducks the head. Oh, nicely taken away that time by Fitzroy. And it was Keane getting it back there towards that half-back line for Essendon, or half-forward line for Fitzroy, and the ball is out of bounds. waiting now for the ball to come back into play. Still 3 points the difference, and we approach the 18-minute mark. Knocked out by Salmon. Back it comes to Clark. Clark hooks it back with the left boot up towards that half-forward line. Oh, Walsh flies over the top of the pack, just about marked it, but he's driven it down towards the 50-metre line on the attacking zone. And Walsh has been a very good player today, hasn't he?
Played a great game, Lou. And, in fact, I doubt very much whether I would have moved him to the forward line. So good was he in the back line. But even so, Kevin Sheedy obviously felt that the way Walsh was playing, he'd give them the lift there, and he's done just that. 14 kicks, he's had it in 5 marks. It goes to Richardson. I think that rebounded off a knee or whatever. Yes, touched. So a boundary throw in again. Essendon, I feel, have just about got Fitzroy's measure. There's only a few points in it, but... You need to score, Pete, either way.
Yes. I wouldn't like to say that yet, Pete.
Well, Fitzroy don't look like scoring too many goals.
Essendon aren't exactly getting a lot of them either.
But they're doing most of the attacking and kicking with the Blues. Anyway, we've got about probably 10 minutes left for play.
Well, I think Bob may have hit the nail on the head when he said the next goal could win the game.
Couldn't agree more. Of course, if Essendon get it, they will win it, because they've already got an advantage of 3 points. After Folds. Folds is a left half-forward flank. And he gets a 15-metre penalty, which will bring him up almost to the 50-metre line. And against McIver. A play on call. Long kick by Folds. Merritt in front. Walsh went through. Richardson. Walsh. Oh, doesn't know which way to go. Now he gets clear. Well off target, though, out of bounds on the floor. It will be a free kick to Fitzroy. And the recipient in the left back pocket will be Thornton. Roger Merritt being told where to stand on the mark. Doesn't do so, so gets a 15-metre penalty against him. And it's still teeming down. Rains. Leon Harris. Looks around Danaher. Looks for and finds Graham Hinchin. Just gets clear of Duckworth. That might have been on the shoulder. The umpire says no. Donnell's in the bottom of that pack. Can't pick it up. Tries to scoop it out effectively, but picked up by Paul Roos. Roos's kick is a short one. Barwick in front. Folds. Good play. 2 Essendon players are there. It's left for Baker, one of their leading kick getters. Down goes McIver. Hurd breaks the tackle well from Loken. Short pass in towards centre field. Mark to Walsh. Danaher, 2 of Essendon's best. Elshaw. .55 metres out, but the kick is not a long one. And that is touched. 1 point. 4 points the difference in favour of Essendon, so Fitzroy must get a goal soon if they're to have any chance of advancing to the first semi-final. 56 plays, 52.
21 minutes gone. The ball out there to the half-back line. A chance for Turner. We see Clark fall over. Turner's out there on his own. Oh, he's got to get rid of this. Back it comes now to Pekin. Pekin with a hand cast up. Barwick down he goes. The ball comes back, but the umpire's playing the advantage rule. He was playing a free kick. Over it goes to Turner again. Towards the centre of the ground, and a good mark taken here by Leon Harris. Leon Harris quickly off the mark, away from Thompson, kicks it out to that half-forward line. Rains was held on, didn't have the ball. That was against Bernie Harris. And he'll take the free kick out there at half-back. Essendon in front by 4 points.
There's no doubt about the free kick. And sure, Bernie Harris doesn't need to be told. 52
plays, 56. As we approach the 22-minute mark, Fitzroy badly needing a goal. Ball tapped down. Thompson backing up well, goes without the ball. The umpire still calling play on. In comes Billy Logan, sockers it off the ground. A chance now for Harris to get clear. He was grabbed, didn't have the ball by a mile that time, but the umpire giving plenty of latitude as it goes over the line and out of bounds again. Out there towards the centre wing position. Well, you've got to earn the free kicks. 4 points the difference. Just over the 22-minute mark of this last quarter. Knocked out by Salmon, grabbed by Baker. Hasn't been a bad play today either. Down they go. Duckworth fell in front of the pack. Oh, golly, they pounced on Elshaw that time. He had no hope of getting clear. I think it might have, was it Elshaw or Hawker that went down?
Blakey was on the bottom of it anyway.
Yeah. Well, Richardson, was it? Well, we all got wet hair out there. They're all blondes have gone dark. Ball back there towards the wing position, and there's a good, strong mark to Danaher. They're the sort of mark when the captain takes that, it lifts the entire side, doesn't it?
And he's been a great captain today.
11 kicks, 7 marks.
Giving the ball across towards the centre of the ground. Coming in to meet it now is Merritt. Merritt couldn't pick it up. Perched there with him too. They're falling on top of Merritt. And the umpire's going to ball this up towards the centre field position, out towards the edge of the square. So it's 8 goals, 8-56 Essendon.
Essendon's indirect play, Lou, is not helping them, I don't reckon.
Certainly not, Bob. 7-10-52, a difference of 4 points. And we're just over the 23-minute mark of this last quarter.
Certainly won't be a long one, Lou. Now Reeves, the opportunity. Oh, doesn't know what to do with it, Reeves. It's left to Baker. Shows him how to do it. Attempted knock on by Hawker. In fact, it was a successful knock on. Down to Hinchin and Duckworth. Hawker again. Harvey. Beautiful blind hand pass onto Merritt. Merritt from 50 metres out could sew the game up with a goal at 1 point. So Fitzroy need a goal now to put them in front. 5 points in favour of the Bombers. 7-10 to 8-9. 36 very wet players out there. And another 59,000 spectators likewise. This is Key. Good tackle by Rains, but out to Leon Harris. Now they've got to do something with this forward thrust. McIver gets cannoned into by Frank Donnell. No 15-metre penalty. McIver from left centre wing. Osborne, Conlon, Mick Thompson, well played. He'll be content to see the ball out of bounds. Pekin. Now it's over the line. 24.5 minutes gone, so probably only about 2.5 minutes left for play. Fitzroy's season, I feel, is just about over. Reeves and Salmon. Clark and Turner. Clark wins that one. Oh, should have been a mark taken by Keane. The umpire has played it to him. Now he's got to bring it back. Keane from the left half-back flank. Time ticking away. We're into time on, Luke.
Certainly up. We're just over the 25-minute mark. 5 points the difference. And Rains looked for a pass.
Why don't they go long? They're kicking with the
I
wind.
don't know why they're messing about with the ball so heavy. Laurie tries to tap it on over to McIver. He's grabbed. Hawker's there too. They pile up. Well, there was nearly a throw out that time. Kicked out wild. A chance for Rains to grab that. A hand pass coming back to Hurd. Couldn't grab that. Plenty of fumbling going on. As we see Harris kick the ball high, but it doesn't travel far. Pushed out that time by Salmon over to Hawke. He was grabbed, didn't have the ball. Oh, holding the ball against him. Well, I thought it went the other way that time. Down it goes to centre half forward. Bowles taps the ball back. There's a chance now for Thompson to get clear. Grabbed by Conlon. It goes back to Richardson. A hand pass over to Vanderhaar. He's clear out there in the centre wing position. That's the way to go. A long kick, but there's nobody there. And the ball taken in defence that time fought by Keane. Keane's kick is out wide. The ball driven back out towards the wing position. Conlon overruns it. Mick Thompson's grabbed, but doesn't matter. Hurd gets a hurried kick. It doesn't travel very far, but this will suit Essendon. Richardson ran into a brick wall. He's lost that. It's holding the ball. And the Fitzroy side have still got a chance as the ball comes down there now. Harris dodges. He's clear. Goes for the long kick. If they get a goal here, Conlon's got it. He could kick a goal to put him in front. He has.
Oh,
They're in front.
by a point.
By a point. And they might have won the game here.
What a sensation.
Oh, well, he's only had a touch all day, this fella. He's got the goal that could have won the match. He's had 5 kicks only. He's got the ball that kicked the goal. Watch it again. Good play on the part of Harris.
Leon Harris puts it out. A lovely pass to Conlon. And he cannot afford to relax at any stage. There won't be much time on it all.
27 minutes gone now, Bob.
Well, they've got to get a goal now, the Bombers. There she goes, a point the difference. The ball knocked out back towards the Bomber half forward. That's Walsh trying to do a wham-main job, but it's smothered. Salmon kicks it off the ground. Walsh couldn't pick it up. It's Harris, and what a quarter he's played. He's done a marvellous job. Here's a go for the Bomber skipper. Danaher kicks it out wide, looking for Hawker. Hawker and Duckworth there together. Hawker's got the chance. He's only got to pick it up. A hand pass to Duckworth, but not a good one. And the ball is going for the boundary line. It's out of bounds. It's about 50 metres out from the Essendon goal, but they're trailing by a point. 27.5, just on 28 minutes gone of this last quarter. And I think it may falling to the lap of Fitzroy, Peter.
Well, I said a few moments ago I thought Fitzroy's season had ended. What a great fighting spirit displayed there by the Lions today. Full credit to them, even if they lose this match, but they're a point in front. Now there it is, they have won it! Congratulations, Fitzroy. And the Lions are into the first semi-final. The reigning premiers are out of contention. What a sensational finish to an elimination final. And the Bombers can't break their hoodoo of trying to win an elimination final. It's only won one of them now out of 7 attempts. And Fitzroy into the first semi-final. The final scores, Fitzroy, 8 goals, 10, 58, defeating Essendon, 8-9, 57.
Great victory. I'd say you've got to say that Fitzroy have won this because they have the biggest hearts we've seen in football for a long, long time.
Oh, I